Hello, welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. We are here this week to talk to you about some Avatar, The Last Airbender. But before we get to that, my name is Enrique.
I'm Eli.
I'm Austin.
And T-Max.
And we are what you would call the Binge Boys. Alright, fellas. We watched Avatar Last Airbender, Book 1, Water. And we are here to talk about that. And we're also here to talk about what we've been watching. So before we get into Avatar, spoiler free and spoilers, what have you guys been watching this week, these past weeks?
Well, let's start with Tristan.
Oh boy. Well, I wanted to find a show to watch while I was in between stuff, 'cause we have plenty of time to watch this show, and I didn't want to get ahead or anything. I decided to rewatch The Office again. That's a doozy. I'm a fan of the show. I know that people like to hate on it, and some people think that it's like the greatest thing of all time. Just kind of enjoy it.
So let's be honest for a second. What 15 to 25-year-old white person doesn't like The Office? It's pretty rare, right? It's not very common.
I don't know. I see a lot of people going, "Oh, liking The Office isn't a personality trait." I'm like, okay, well, yes, that's kind of an obvious fact, and I get that. I enjoy the show. I don't care if people don't like it. I don't care if people do like it. I kind of enjoy it, so that's why I'm watching it again.
We have a 50-50 split on people who enjoy it and don't enjoy it in this podcast. Personally,
yeah,
I know I don't care for the show because I just think it's weird, but.
Yeah, it is weird, but it's solid. I don't know. It's alright.
And so I don't.
It's too I don't know. It's for me. It's just dry and it's too dry for me. Just dry and awkward. I can understand how that can be funny, but at the same time, I'm just I don't know.
Not your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's just pretty dry and awkward. And I'm just nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I see. Yes, I 100% understand why that doesn't work for everyone. I find some of this stuff relatable, and this is not to say that I enjoy every moment of that show. There's so many times I'm watching and they're doing some bit, and I'm please make it stop. Please make it stop. But overall, I enjoy it. It's somewhat relatable for me in a lot of cases. I'm currently on season 5 again. I got through 4 seasons before I knocked out Avatar for this week, and so I did that earlier this week. And yeah, so that's basically been it for me, honestly.
Talking about The Office spawns in one of my most irritating things about people who watch The Office. They'll watch that show 17 or 20 times, and then they'll bitch and be like, "You're fucking weird for watching anime." Bitch, you watched the same show 20 fucking times. I don't think I've ever watched anything 20 times in my life, to be honest with you.
I have not either.
Maybe old movies from when I was a little kid, like Space Jam or Bad Boys or Rush Hour. But other than that, bro, in my adulthood, I just don't have the patience to watch something 20 times. People who do that are just nuts. Let alone 8 seasons 20 times or however many seasons that shit is.
Yeah,
that shit's crazy.
I feel like it's easier with movies than it is TV shows too to do
that. Definitely is.
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen The Matrix at least 10 to 12 times at least. But other than that, I don't know. Show wise, I haven't seen anything more than three times probably.
Yeah.
I think this is my 4th watch through of The Office since the first time I watched it, which was sometime in high school, I think.
So what? The first 4 and 4 or 4 and 5?
I don't know. I feel like it's been at least probably 2 years since I watched it last, if not more.
But I'm saying in total.
And total, it'd be 4 in 6 years probably.
Jesus, that's nuts to me. That's a lot of episodes.
I think it's my 4th. It could only be my 3rd still, but I think I've watched it 3 times before. It might only be 2 other times.
All right. Eli, what you been watching?
So a couple of weeks ago, I finished Ozark. I only had one more episode, and that wrapped up pretty crazy. No spoilers, just in case. Well, besides Tristan, nobody else has seen it, so
Feel free to
wrapped up.
talk to me about that, Eli.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That wrapped up pretty wild. So that was cool. Definitely enjoyed that season. Like once it started to end, I would say the start of it kind of drug along. But man, I mentioned last time that I finished Supernatural, or what was on Netflix, Supernatural. So went back to the first season and watched a couple episodes because wanted to flash back to the glory days,
the golden days.
The golden days. Yep. For shows, that's about it. So some of us watched UFC 251 last night.
UFC 251,
and that was mixed emotions.
My goodness,
Kamaru Usman's a pussy, so
that's not to say
this is all relative, of course.
That's not to say we could beat up Kamaru Usman because he'd fuck us up.
No, yeah, he'd literally fuck me in the ass.
I have like an inch of height and like 300 pounds on that man, but he would still suplex me to fucking death.
I was saying, I definitely got reach on him, but that man's just freaking huge.
He would stomp the fuck out my feet. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah. For being the UFC champ, fights like a pussy. But anyway, shout out Jorge Masvidal. Did his best. More life.
Did
he tried.
I mean, he did all right. He just was fucking, that dude's just strong as fuck, dude.
I'll give him credit for the fact that he did it on 6 days' notice.
His wrestling was solid, though.
Yeah, this is true.
Yes.
His clinch work was dog shit, but his wrestling was good.
Other than that, Rip Jose Aldo.
Dude, oh my goodness. 93 significant strikes to end the fight. How the fuck do you as a referee let someone get hit 93 times before you end the fight?
Half of those were in the back of his head too, but
he wasn't even fighting back at that point.
Mans is in the position you're in when you start getting whippings from your parents. It's like, all right, dude, let him out of there. Let him out of there. He's in the fucking fetal position, getting clobbered. Shit, I've seen fucking live leaks look less bad than that.
Like, rip to that, man. And rip to Max Holloway's belt because he deserved it.
He did.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's about it for me.
Austin, have you been watching anything other than Avatar this past 2 weeks?
What have I been watching? So I kind of dove into two of the more popular shows that people could say recently, and I was forced to start watching the TV series You.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it before, and I couldn't get into it before, and I don't know why, but now I started watching it a little bit, and it was one of those nights, like, I had a couple nights this week where I just couldn't sleep at all, and I found myself watching just useless TV. So I got into You, and You, honestly, I might need to put actual effort in and finish that. It brings in a lot of interesting social conducts and stuff like that. I watched You. I also watched.
Wait, sorry, real quick, Austin. Where are you in that show? Like relative to like seasons?
I'm not done with the first season. I've gotten through. I think I'm maybe on like episode 5 or 6 or something.
Okay,
Not too deep.
I was like, because I finished up the first and started the second, and I couldn't get past that, so I was just wondering.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I don't see it being sustainable based on what I've seen already.
Yeah.
So I saw that. I watched Uncut Gems the other night with Adam Sandler and Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett's in that movie?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Yes, he is. He's big. He's like, I'd say, the second actor in the movie. I really liked that movie. But personally, I would say I was kind of disappointed with how it all ended personally, but I did like that movie. That was also a very interesting movie. I always kind of like T-Max was talking about The Office. I kind of consistently watch The Ranch comedy series, but I only watch it until they got rid of the child molester guy because he was funny, even though we don't condone anything that he did, but he was funny on the show.
Is The Ranch the one with Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clarification: Ashton Kutcher is not the child molester.
Yeah, he's not. It is Rooster, the brother. I forget the actor's name, but
Rooster McKenna. Sorry, inside joke.
Negative. We don't. That's too many memories right there.
It's like Vietnam for us.
It is. And then finally, I was also forced to watch 365 Days. I
Dude,
don't know.
okay, so I've
heard
seen the
anything
show,
about
right? I've seen clips of
Mhm.
it, and the only reason, all right,
I bet you've seen clips of it, buddy.
bro, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm just trying to do some other shit. I'm trying to do some other shit, and then next thing you know, there's just fucking sex scene clips on from that movie. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Excuse me? I'm like, bro, what is this movie? Like, it was like a 25-minute video of just like a sex scene that I saw like my YouTube recommended. I was like, this shit's fucking dumb, dude. What is this? Like, how was the show's 25 minutes of an hour or whatever movie? What the fuck? It's silly.
That's wild.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I had full attention on during the whole movie. But from the start of the movie, the hook definitely got me. And then once it got the hook, just basically setting up or defining the 360. Do you guys know anything about it? I can go into a little.
365 days over 2, the Kingdom Hearts video game.
Negative.
Oh, okay, cool.
So basically, this guy is a leader of a giant gang cartel, whatever. I think they're in Spain. I'm not sure. Basically, a giant drug lord, whatever. And he was the heir to the throne, obviously under his father. He saw this girl when he got shot and his father got killed. And he's been going through all this shit after then. Meaningless sex and everything, and then it's very heavy, very, very heavy around sex. And then, if you couldn't tell, and then basically, see, me saying it out loud kind of makes me, it's a little weird. Basically, he kind of kidnaps this girl from her terrible relationship that she's in.
What the
and
fuck?
Says that, wait, and tells her that you have 365 days to fall in love with me. Because I'm the
fuck?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yep, it's weird. But just because it's so weird, the hook got me, and I'm like, how the hell are they gonna do this without being complete? Like, how in the hell are they gonna try and actually make these two fall in love when this man's already doing this? And some of the other stuff that
Stockholm syndrome.
Some of the other stuff that he does in the movie, like, it really makes me actually want to sit down and watch it just to see what the hell did they do? But.
Damn.
Bro, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah.
That premise is just so fucking extra for no reason. Like, alright, you know, it's just like the most ridiculous fucking shit ever. It's like, alright, you guys like cartels? We got that. You guys like sexual assault? We got that. You guys like boats? I saw a boat in that.
There's boats.
You like boats? We got boats. It's like, dude, what the fuck is this, dog? It's like one of those Netflix. It's like Netflix paid like 55 G's to people, and they're just like, just make something. Like, whatever you got, just make it. I don't give a fuck. We just need something. And then it hit.
Chains, whips, tie downs, all the extras that you want. And all
is this just fucking softcore the movie?
I mean, so there's definitely scene, like, it was kind of weird because obviously they can't show everything that's happened, but there's some pretty graphic scenes, and it's kind of odd because, like, there's a couple scenes where the main character is getting he's getting a blowjob, and you can clearly tell that he's one color, and then you can kind of see like just a little bit of what's in the girl's mouth. You can clearly tell it's a dildo, and it's kind of funny. You know, he's more of a tanner, darker color, and it's clearly a white as fuck. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny.
I'm glad you inspected.
He's from Spain, bro.
Okay,
attention to detail.
Oh my god.
365. 365 shades of gray.
Oh man.
It's basically the cartel Spanish edition of Shades of Grey.
What you guys just said was just a fucking 22 Jump Street scene. Explain in excruciating details the things we all know. It's like that's what it was.
You explain such high detail.
We gotta watch that movie for this fucking show, bro.
100%.
That movie's so good.
It's just that clip, man.
That clip is amazing. I don't care if anyone's like, it's stupid. You're fucking stupid.
Yeah, facts.
Come on, man. All right, and that's all you've been watching, Austin. You got anything else? Or you good? I'll take that as good.
I like 4 titles, so I think that's pretty good.
I've been a
Alright.
busy man.
All right, I'll take that as good. So, I'll ask myself, Reek, what you been watching? Oh, thanks, Reek. What I've been watching is, I've been watching Tower of God, which is a new anime based on a Korean comic. They're known as manhwas. Manhwas. Fucking weird name, bro. Terrible name. But it's basically weird as fuck, right? It's anime. So I guess all these people live in a tower, right? Like everyone, I don't know if everyone on Earth or just like everyone just knows about this tower or whatever. But they live in it. And depending, you could climb the tower, and when you reach the top, either you're like, from what I understand at least, you're like the pinnacle of society, or you get to leave the tower, right? One of those two. And you get to see the outside, because there's no outside, there's no windows or anything. Like all the sky and stuff's like artificial sky in that place. And so the whole premise is that this one kid, his name's 25th Bomb, right? That's his name. Not BOMB, but BAM, like Bam Bam from fucking Flintstones.
Yeah.
And he basically was like, he appeared there one day, right, randomly, and he just kind of didn't know shit. And this one chick like took care of him. Her name's Rachel. And so like he kind of like he has like a motherly / like romantic relationship with Rachel. And then one day Rachel's like, I gotta climb the tower, bye, ditches his ass, right? And he's like, Rachel, no! And then he follows her up the tower. I haven't finished the 12 episodes yet. I'm on like episode like 7 or 8 of the 12. The show's very good. They don't really explain the premise too well, or I'm just a fucking idiot. It's one of those two, right? But I do enjoy it. The animation's very unique for like anime. It looks very like cartoon hand-drawn type shit, which hasn't been done since like 90s really. Because most of it's been computer generated shit since like 06. But it looks really good. The story's pretty solid. There's good action. The characters are pretty good. It's not really like a fighting anime. It's more like a philosophical / like fucking mental games anime for the most part, with a little bit of fighting mixed in. But it's solid. I enjoyed it. And then I've also been watching God of High School, which only has one episode out as the time of recording this. It is another anime series based on a Korean comic. It's one episode, so they don't really explain a lot, but from what I can understand is, in Korea, in this universe, right, they have a tournament every, like, I don't know, probably every year, where they get the strongest high school fighters, right? And they have them compete to, like, see who's the strongest of them all, right? And whoever wins gets a wish of their own choosing, so they get whatever the fuck they want, basically. Like, they ask for anything they want, and they'll be given it if they win the tournament, right? And so there's like 3 characters. I don't know any of their fucking name shit, because it's only been one episode. But there's I'll just give you guys the breakdown. There's Star Eye Boy, right? He has yellow eyes that look like stars. He's just a fucking savage. Like he's like one of those anime characters where he's like, ha ha ha, I'm so happy. But then he's like, I'll fucking kill a bitch. And like that's really what he does. He just fucking like strong as shit. There's this chick who's like oh my gosh, she's a girl, she can't fight, but she like whoops ass. She does like samurai shit. She carries around like a wood sword, beats ass. There's like this other dude who's just the big brolic guy. He's just like, I am strong and I am silent. And he just smacks people, and he just fucking basically, they're like, where the first episode ended is they're like in the preliminaries, right? Like each city in Korea does like a preliminary to send their strongest bunch of high schoolers up to like the big tournament, I guess. And so we're in the middle of like a battle royale between like, I don't know, a couple hundred, I'm guessing, high school students. And then we're going to go find out like who's going to get sent to the big ones. It's pretty solid. There's not a lot of talking in this one. It's just all fighting. And it looks really cool fighting. But like, if you're looking for story, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're just looking to like see some people punch people in the face, would recommend. So yeah, I've been watching that, and I also watched UFC. We talked about that earlier. That's pretty much all I've been watching. Yeah. So any other comments, concerns, or questions from everyone else before we get going?
Not for me.
One more thing to add.
What's up, King?
I thought about after you guys mentioned some stuff. I recently watched the Netflix original movie, The Wrong Missy.
What?
Yes, it stars David Spade.
Okay.
Joe Dirt?
Probably.
Bro, Joe Dirt is fucking legendary. We gotta watch that.
So, starters, this is how I knew I was questioning the movie already.
How was that?
Unshaven David Spade. I was like, I don't know what's about to happen. And at first, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I was like, this is a cool premise. It's gonna be a fun time. And then at the end, I wasn't necessarily surprised by what they did. I was pissed about it. I was like, I can't believe they did this. It just ruined my entire time. And then I decided I didn't like the movie simply because of the way they ended it. And also they definitely tried a little too hard on some of the things. I get why they would be funny. I didn't enjoy it as much.
Would you say that your disappointment was immeasurable and your day was ruined? Would you say that? Yes, he would.
No,
All right.
I'm not. I was having a good time before that. I watched the movie at night, and then I went to sleep right after it anyways. So, just sleep a little disappointed.
It ruined
but
your night, though.
it didn't even ruin my night. It was just extremely disappointing.
All right, so you're exaggerating Andy then, because
No. It was extremely disappointing, but it didn't
just
like
made you
ruin
upset for the minute.
that. It did. It did.
All right. So Joe Dirt
I
made
was able to keep it objective.
So Joe Dirt made a bad movie in 2020, basically.
Kinda. I mean, he did fine.
All right, but it's funnier if we just pin it on Joe Dirt, like, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. It's okay.
It's
to
just
show
better
David
that
Spade.
way. And one fourth of the stars of Grown Ups.
Oh my gosh.
one fourth of the stars of Grown Ups. Can we talk? Oh, never mind. I don't want to get into that. We'll get into like an argument about that shit later. I don't.
About grown-ups?
No, just like those four dudes are just fucking dirty, bro.
For making that movie?
Facts.
Yeah, fucking Kevin James, fucking Andy Adam Sandler, fucking Joe Dirt, fucking Rob. What's that bitch's name?
Rock.
What? No, Rob. What's his name? It's like Rob Schneider.
Oh, it is Rob Schneider. Yeah.
I get Rob Schneider mixed up with the motherfucker who's a pedophile at Nickelodeon. Dan Schneider. Yeah, they're both Schneiders.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, we know about you, Dan. You can't hide from the Binge Boys. If the Binge Boys get assassinated,
we're talking about one of the Nickelodeon shows today.
if the Binge Boys gets assassinated, just know it was Dan Schneider. Or Terry Crews. Terry Crews is also on our hit list. So if we die, it's one of those. Terry Crews on our hit list. Terry Crews is a piece of shit. We'll get into that like some other time. I'll talk to you guys about that off podcast.
We got a lot to cover here too.
I'll talk to you guys off podcast about why Terry Crews is dog shit.
Boy, I don't like that, but here we go.
All right, so we have finished talking about what we have been watching. So next, we'll be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not the shitty M. Night Shyamalan Doomalama movie, but the good show that it's based on. But before we get to there, we have a word from our sponsor, and Tristan would like to do that. Tristan, take it away. All right, and we are back to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Would anyone like to describe the show's description, or should I do that?
I say, who recommended this one?
This was my show.
This was your show.
I guess it's you, buddy.
Yeah, you can take it away, homie.
All right. I feel like an over-talkative Andy, but I got you.
It's your show, man.
So, Avatar: The Last Airbender is set in a universe much like, I don't know, like probably like fucking like early a couple hundreds AD, so like, 500, 600, where it's kind of like, there's civilization, but they don't got electricity or shit like that. They're just kind of like basic. And so, in this world, people can bend elements, and they're divided into nations, right? By the element, it's kind of like races, right? So they're like, each race has a different element they could technically bend, but there's a reincarnation cycle where one person will be born into the tribe who can wield all four elements, which is not heard of. No one can even dual wield elements, right? Even if like your mom's a waterbender, your dad's a firebender, you get one or the other if you're lucky,
or neither.
Yeah, if you're lucky, or neither. So you don't get both at all. So for someone to use all four is very rare and hype. So then they become like the guardian of the planet, right? It's like they're like Captain Planet, basically. And in this incarnation of the Avatar, basically, it is this boy. He's 12 years old. He's whole, nation of airbenders has been murdered by the Fire Nation after he was frozen in a block of ice. 100 years passes. He's woken up from the block of ice by 2 Water Tribe members, Sokka and Katara, a brother and sister, and they get him, and then it's really them finding out he's the Avatar, and then him finally committing to doing his Avatar duties, which is to learn the other 3 elements, which is water, fire, and earth, so he could take on the Fire Nation, who is planning a major attack and trying to take over the world currently. Do you guys feel like that was sufficient detail of like the kind of synopsis of the show?
That was pretty solid.
Overall, yes.
The only thing I would add is that before he got frozen in the block of ice, everything was peaceful between all the nations, and then while he was frozen in the block of ice, the Fire Nation attacked and started this war.
Yeah.
And now they're war, and the Fire Nation's trying to finish it.
Yeah, basically right before he quit, they explain it in the show, but right before he got frozen in a block of ice, shit was kind of starting to pop off a little bit. They knew something was going on. They knew something was going to happen soon, so they're like, we need to gear you up like right now. And like that's like one of the episodes. We'll talk about that later, about why he went to the ice and shit like that. But yeah, so that's Avatar. So let me just ask you guys, Eli, Austin, you guys haven't watched the show in its entirety. Eli, you haven't watched it at all before. Austin said you dabbled a little bit. Let me start with Austin, since you've seen it a little bit. Did you like book 1, Water?
Oh yeah, I definitely firmly enjoyed it. It brought back a lot of memories and stuff of me watching it. So I mean, it's one of those shows that kind of is just, I feel like always, or used to be like always on when I was younger. So it definitely brought back a lot of memories and stuff. And I remember like, oh shoot, I remember this episode. Oh, I remember this episode. And overall, I mean, I'd give it probably I'd give it probably a 8.5 out of 10 or so. Just, I mean, I think between the whole storyline and their whole, adventures, and always trying to continue the plot every single episode, while making it not boring, basically, because they're doing similar stuff. I just gotta get an 8.5 out of 10. The comedy that they throw in there too, like it's a very well-rounded show.
That's fair. That's really fair, actually. It's completely understandable. Eli, never seen the show. How'd you like it?
I also have a something I'll add in later about the comedy that I found funny, but I did like that they put in comedy in it. Yeah, I've never seen it. It was all the time when I was a kid. I just kind of avoided it. I didn't really have a want to watch as a kid, and I don't really know why, but watching it now, I really wish I did, because it's really, like, I feel like it's a really good show for like anybody, but mostly like kids growing up. But starting to watch this show, I was kind of like, my rating was kind of in the 7.5 range, just because I felt like there was just random stuff going on and not really like sticking to a plot line. And then I started to think about it, and like that's usually what like younger kid shows like are. Like I remember like growing up watching like, I don't know, like Kung Fu Panda, for example, like the show. I don't know if anybody watched the actual show.
Watched it, yeah.
Dude,
awesomeness.
yeah, that was like my show, dude. And like this reminded me a lot of it, as far as, just like the setting and like kind of what was going on. Like there was a main overlying plot, but they didn't really get to it most of the time. There was just kind of like random cool stuff going along the lines, like just a bunch of kids doing random shit, basically. And like I thought that was really cool. Like as a kid, like I'd give it, like a 9.5, 9. But like watching it like right now, as if you want to call me an adult, like I'd give it probably about an 8.5 as well.
I would like to say one thing. It's kind of hard, because like Eli was saying, as a kid you'd probably rate it a lot higher.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard because being adults, we're kind of used to shows that are straight plot. And the one things that I can compare it to is, for example, like my show The Ranch. It's not plot consistently. There's random stuff in between. Like, so it's kind of even though it's not a main comedy show, but I kind of put myself in the mindset of watching a comedic TV series you could say of the adult variety, and it really helped, instead of being like, oh, it's obviously going to be straight plot. So
no, I agree. Like halfway through that season, I started to switch mindsets of it, because like I started to think about it more, and like, oh, this wasn't actually targeted at my age audience. This was targeted at like 7 to 10 probably range. And I don't know. Once I flipped that kind of switch, like it started to get a lot like better for me, and like I started to like accept it more. I guess like, I still obviously really liked it even without that. Like I found every episode really interesting. It's just that mindset really helped me like throughout it.
Tristan, I'll let you pop off since it's my show. So I'll let you get your shit off first, and then I'll get my shit off next. All right.
All right. I thoroughly enjoy the show. You and I have seen this before, so we know what to expect. But I definitely enjoy this. Without like actually spoiling anything. Say season 1 is it gets better than season 1. Even though I would say season 1 is at least probably like an 8. I definitely get what you guys, Eli and Austin, are saying about the plot and everything seeming kind of all over the place. Because for season 1, they just kind of give them the idea of, oh, you need to go learn water bending. Let's go to the North Pole, and that's pretty much all they mention is that they're going to the North Pole, try and find some like water bending master, and it's literally just whatever they do on the way there is what each episode is.
Right.
Of course, yeah, part of that comes from like Aang still being a kid and trying to do the things that he used to do because he's still kind of figuring out that the world is at war. It's definitely it's super enjoyable. The plot is overall, I think there's a bunch of different angles that they're able to bring in and kind of meld together pretty effectively at different points in this season for sure. And I think it's just super interesting. I agree with you guys as well. The comedy bit, they never I feel like they never try to go over the top with the comedy, but it's just the subtle things they do that
Yeah,
make it so much better.
100%.
All right, Tristan, that's all you got for us right now?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. All right, so I have the same issues that Austin and Eli are mentioning with the there's not really a center plot, and I think they don't really have a center plot up until episode, I would say, 12. And then the last 8, they clean it up and there's like a consensus plot going on from then on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think
Yeah.
that's my enjoyment of season 1 is. Like Tristan said, we both watched the show. Book 1's my least favorite by far. Like it's not to the caliber the rest of the show is, and that's not a disgrace to the show. It's just that they're kind of setting up the world, they're setting up the characters and everything like that. Once they're established is once you see like the real goodness start to shine. So for book 1, it's good, right? It's good. Like I can say that, but it's not my favorite. There's one episode where I refused to watch it, so I skipped that episode, but I know all about it. I'll talk to you guys about which episode. I'll talk to you guys about that once we get to spoilers. I'll say which episode that was.
Hold on, I have to take a guess by myself real fast.
But I like book 1. I like the characters. I love the show. And I think
that one.
You know what I'm talking about. From then on, from this season on, you really get to see the show shine, and that's why I consider this season like a 7 out of 10 for me. Like it's good. It's pretty good. I don't mind watching it, but I feel like I would just skip book 1 most of the times I watch the show. But I watch book 1 because it's integral to like the whole part, and so that's why I really enjoy it. I love the world. I love the premise. It's fucking amazing. It's cool. You cannot tell me even now that you guys don't want to be a bender of one of the 4 elements. You're like, bro, I want one, right?
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Like, that shit's just too cool, bro. And the techniques and stuff are dope. I love the show. It's amazing. And that's really all I have to say.
That's one really cool thing is all the bending that they do in the show is based off of real life, usually like martial arts of some sort.
Yeah,
techniques.
That's one of the things I have written down is what they're based on, and what I kind of saw they're based on as well.
That's pretty cool. I definitely agree. One of my big things about season 1, like one of my only real criticisms, even though it's not that much of a criticism, because when you get later on, you're kind of okay with it, is that there's little to no real character development in season 1, for the most part.
I'd say one character gets development, but I will talk about that in spoilers.
I'd say, 1, maybe 2.
Okay, 2.
Yeah,
then.
I definitely know of at least one.
Yeah, for sure. So
I do want to ask before we hit spoilers. If all of us had to pick, what element would you be?
All right, I was gonna ask
Wow.
that
Very
question
good
too.
question.
I was gonna ask that too, actually.
Yeah. Fire.
For
Fire.
me, it's water, 100%. It could just be because it was like mostly followed by water, but I just thought the water bending was dope.
Yeah, dude. I pick fire just because it's so badass, and you don't have to They're the only. Well, they're them and
only
air.
one that you can just create.
Yeah, they're the only ones that can just
Yeah.
create it, right? They can
That's
just
true.
bring out fire. Air, water,
Ow.
and earth have to just fucking use what they have, and then the Fire Nation just bitch, watch this. Fuck! It's just it's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it.
Right.
And the techniques
Now.
they use is amazing.
Well, Team Max,
Only, real fast, my only comment to what Reek said, because I completely, I know what you're talking about. Technically, if I wanted to be a critical Andy,
Yes,
there's
it comes from
very
the breath.
few. There's very few instances that you're not going to have air around you to bend.
But no, that's what I said. But they don't create the air though.
Oh, they don't. It's right there. That's what they use. Yeah, no, it's so cool that the firebenders just create that on their own. But I think probably with Eli on this one, I think I would probably want to be a waterbender. And I think my second choice would be air.
That's cool. That's fair. That's fair.
I agree with that.
What I was gonna say was, if it's, I think earthbending is probably, I think it's maybe the coolest, and I mean, I enjoy looking at it the most. But personally, I would choose between fire or air, because you're never gonna be without air, and like Enrique said, you can make fire whenever you want. Like you're fucked if you're on land and no water, and all you have is her little water bottle, or But so I
Oh, yeah.
personally, I would go with air.
Without spoiling too much,
That'd be
just
me.
wait
Tristan,
till you
shut
see
the fuck
the.
up. Shut the fuck
Tristan,
up.
why would
Shut
you say
the
this?
fuck up.
Look, man.
You don't have to hint towards it. Just let them see it. God damn it, Tristan. Please. All right. So, yes, we got 2 water Andys, a fire Andy, and an air Andy. Earth looks the coolest, to be honest. When they start doing the moves, when they start doing the fucking stomp the yard, they're like,
Shit, dude.
It's just sick. It's that's dope to me.
Bro, Earth is like the blue collar,
Yeah, the grinders.
yeah.
The Gruden grinders of the Avatar world.
They're like they're like the construction / yard workers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking
in real life.
heirs are just the fucking CEOs.
Yeah, exactly.
The water tribes are the people who do art, so they're painters and shit.
I mean, basically, I was gonna say water is homeless, but
Jesus Christ. And then the Fire Nation's just military. It's just all military.
yeah, 100%, yeah.
Military and politics.
But yeah, no, that shit's hilarious. Water tribes are just the artsy fartsy people.
Painters, homeless, same thing.
Yeah, true.
Just kidding.
True.
Sorry.
Sorry to all our painters out there.
Yeah, Bob Ross, I got you.
Bob Ross.
I got you in about 50 years when I see you.
Damn.
Hopefully.
All right, so everyone's good on spoiler free?
I think so.
All right, so if you do not want to hear spoilers for Avatar The Last Airbender, or if you've been sleeping under a rock and somehow don't know it's on Netflix and don't know that the show is good and you didn't watch it when you were a child, please watch it, come back, or you can just listen to us talk about it and then watch it afterwards. But, boys, Aang's an asshole.
Aang's an asshole.
Whoa!
Aang's an asshole. That's what I took away from book 1.
Really?
Yes.
Flame.
All the time. Every episode.
I mean, the first half, Aang's a simp.
Dude, oh my god. Okay, but Aang, think about this. Aang's 12, right?
He's still simping.
He is simping, but he's 12, and my man's is just worried about ass out the gate. Like he's like,
that's facts.
he's born again.
It's been 100 years, bro.
He's not even to the age where he's beaten, man. He's just literally he got out of there. He's like, what's up, girl? What's up?
Man, it's different in those other cultures.
It's even
I'll say you get married at their age, dude.
Yeah, but it's even worse
places.
at fucking for the Airbender or nomads because they don't believe in that shit. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, we're just nomads.
True.
We just float around all day. Like they don't really do shit. They just kind of like there. That's why they got fucked up by the Fire Nation. They were like, Fire Nation pulled up and they're like, oh, peace. They're like, nah, we're good on that peace shit. We're gonna kill you. Oh man, dude, it's fucking just hilarious how like Aang wakes up. He's like, what's up with you though? It's like, bro, you just woke up, bro. You don't know how long it's been. You're worried about ass. And then don't even get me started about Katara. Oh my god, this whole fucking season, any guy that's similar to age of Katara, 2 years up or down, she instantly is trying to fall in love with them.
Oh, facts.
The Katara boyfriend counter's at like 3 or 4 already.
Yeah, 100% at least.
Because think about it, right? You got Jet, you got Aang,
Haru.
You got Haru, and then
Haru, yeah, that's the guy.
And then if you count,
not the glidey wheelchair dude, not him.
That's not count him because he's disabled, so Katara doesn't like him. Fucking ableist.
Goddamn.
It's true. Every other guy her age she likes, but the disabled guy. Come on, Katara, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Okay, so we'll put it at 3.
She was kind of vibing with him actually in that episode.
Bro, that's just typical middle school though. Like, I don't know.
But she's in high school. She's 14.
13.
14.
Yeah, I would say
she's 14.
I don't know. But I don't know. For me, like, I don't know. There's always those chicks. I have 3 boyfriends right now.
4 if you count Zuko, because they were kind of flirting in a couple episodes.
Yeah. Oh my god! Yeah,
no,
that's facts.
Not yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't count it.
Tristan, shut the fuck up.
You're such an asshole.
Shut the fuck up. Stop saying yet shit. They were flirting in the episode where he got her necklace.
Yeah.
You can't tell me Zuko was all up in her ear. He was like, what you want to do for this necklace back? It's like, what you trying to do for this necklace, girl?
And then Aang was like, I got you a present from Zuko, and she's like, give him a kiss for me next time you see him.
I told you, she's vibing with Zuko, bro. She's catching a vibe. It's that fucking, it's the 365 vibe. It's the Stockholm Syndrome kidnapper vibe.
Hey, little mom, let me give you your necklace back.
Yup. Oh man, dude. All right. So now we're just jumping everywhere because I just want to pop some shit off real quick. But all right,
yeah.
Let's start
episode 1.
Episode by episode. Episode 1, not important at all, really. Just Aang's there.
One important thing.
What, Tristan? What's so important?
What?
Literally just them finding him. That's the only thing that happens.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that matters.
He's alive.
You could figure that out in the frickin'
title
pre-show intro.
I mean, you do also
pre-show intro every fucking show.
So you do also realize that Katara's kind of a waterbender at that point. Like she was like on the boat, like waterbending for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of important too. But
the one thing I took away from episode 1 was you just get fucking sexism against Katara smacked across your fucking face in the first 2 seconds. Like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, Sokka, my man.
That's one of my characters that got character development.
Yeah, definitely a character development thing, but it was just smacked across the face right away. I was like, there it is.
Don't worry, he got his back a couple episodes later though. he got his.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a very good time.
Yeah, but episode 1 is just like Aang's a kid. Watch him do kid shit. He's alive, Then shit pops off because Aang's being a dumbass in episode 2 when he hits the fire ship, and then it pops off, and then my favorite character pulls up, motherfucking Zuko. Zuko pulls up. He's like, He's like comes in there hitting the beat.
Zuko's your favorite, huh?
Even in season 1, he's the only one that has character development, in my opinion. He's the other one that does.
Okay.
By the end of it, you can sympathize with him.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know. We'll get to there, I guess. But yeah, so Zuko pulls up. And he's like, "Give me the avatar," and they're like, "The fuck you talking about?" Like They're like, the 100-year-old man. They're like, there's no 100-year-old man here. There's only one guy here, and it's fucking Sokka. That's another thing. There's no dudes there. The only dude there was Sokka. So Katara, I think that's why Katara is so thirsty. It's because she's never seen a fucking guy in her life her age. That's why as soon as you see Aang, she's on him. As soon as she sees Haru, on him. As soon as she sees Jet, on him. If Zuko didn't threaten to kill everyone, she'd probably be on him too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, facts.
But basically, in episode 2, we get the first showdown between Aang and Zuko, which happens a lot throughout the season.
About 52 approximate times.
And it's lit every fucking time, let's be honest.
Very true.
And so then they
Never
meet
get
on the
tired.
boat. They meet on the boat, or he gets them on the boat. Aang breaks away. They're like, what's up? You want hands? And they start throwing hands out there. Really, they're throwing air and fire at each other, but it counts. And then you see, Aang go into the "it's not over." He hits the Avatar state on him. He's like, "I got water, bitch!" And he hits him with water, and they fly away. The series over.
On my boy Appa.
On the boy.
Yeah, Appa is the absolute fucking unit of Appa's my favorite character.
Same
Absolute
here.
fucking unit.
He's a fucking
Appa's
tank.
He's definitely my favorite character as well.
He's a tank.
If there's one
bro.
character, dude. If there's
Definitely
one character,
Appa.
man, yeah.
He just pulls up. He's like, "I got my tail. I'm gonna whip the fuck out of all you."
To be fair, yeah, I would say we'll get to it, but he was low key a bitch in one of the episodes. But
Who, Appa?
True.
yeah, we'll get there.
Well, isn't it when he was too tired and didn't want to fucking fly?
Yeah,
After the first two?
No. Well, I'll explain when we get there.
Oh, that might be the episode I skipped, to be honest.
It might be.
Quick notes that I had.
Yeah.
Initial note for this for all the notes I took in season 1. My first one was, what exactly do you do if you just find a kid in an iceberg?
Save him.
Like, yeah, but like, why is he there? Whatever. And then, like you guys mentioned, Katara being a waterbender, I was like, oh, she's low key kind of powerful. And then I love Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh is one of my favorite characters in this entire show. I was like, Uncle Iroh, I was like, he really don't give a fuck. Because there's that like early scene on the boat where Zuko's like, we have to go after the Avatar, and Uncle Iroh is like, oh, we'll get there. Like, it's kind of whatever.
Man,
facts.
that scene
Whole
at
time.
the end of the season, towards the end of the season with Iroh and Zuko, that's good shit right there. That's that good shit right there.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah,
But like I said, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I would say I have one I remember I'm definitely going to reference later. But
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I
You're
know
gonna
you
talk
guys
about
know what I'm talking
You hinted us about that.
I made a note about it too.
What a beast. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, episode 3.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. Hold on, man. I got
Not
notes
done
and
yet.
shit.
Oh, my bad.
I also said I have a theory, not a theory. I've kind of connected each like nation to like a real life counter, like an Earth counterpart from our world. I kind of have. I said the Water Tribe is Native Americans. That's pretty the easiest connection to make, in my opinion.
Racist. Just kidding.
Right? I said the Firebenders are Chinese. I said the Air Nomads are kind of like a mix of Hinduism / Indians and Shaolin monks. And then I said the Earthbenders are just like Taiwanese. You know what I mean? Because like the way they fight reminds me of like Muay Thai, basically. Like a lot of hard stomps, a lot of like, powerful fist movements, and they're all kind of brown if you like pay attention. Like they all have like a tinge of brown to their skin color, so it can remind me of like Thai people. But so basically, I said that like the Fire Nation armor reminds me of like old samurai armor, and so like that's more of connections to like that. That was just kind of something I wrote down, and then and then I said if Zuko treated Sokka serious at all, like if he treated him like a warrior, he would have been dead. Like Sokka legit tried to one-on-one smoke Zuko, and Zuko just beat his fucking ass. Like
Sokka's a puss.
He's like, imagine being the like lone man at your tribe, and then the fucking everyone pulls up, and you get 1v1'd on Rust. You didn't get a hit marker, and you just get dropped.
No scoped.
You just get fucking dropped, like fucking 30-1. It's like, oh, nice, dude. The one hit he got was the boomerang.
Boomerang!
That Zuko got like 75 more hits after that. He goes, "Oh, you hit me with a boomerang? Fuck you!" Boom, 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 boom.
Bro, the initial part where they come in and Sokka gets like thrown off the wall and he's just like feet up in the snow.
Bro, he just got fucked up though. Like the first two episodes, the second episode's really the meaty one of the two. Like that one's like the
Yeah.
And then all right, so I'm pretty sure everyone's good on first two up now.
100%. I was say, I just realized which one you skipped for sure, but we'll get there.
Do you? All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
I definitely know.
I really think I know, to be honest.
Definitely know.
We'll get there. Okay, so episode 3, top 5 episode this season, in my opinion. The Southern Air
This one
Temple.
was big.
So this is where the parallels between Aang and Zuko really start to show for me. You know what I mean? You see that they're on the kind of same character path, right? They both think they're dishonored. They dishonored themselves because Aang's dishonored because he ran away from his duty as Avatar, and then Zuko's dishonored because of what happened with his father, which they talk about later. And they're both on the path to redemption, and what they think is redemption, right? Aang thinks his path to redemption is saving the world. Zuko thinks it's stopping the Avatar, and now they're trying to get that. You know what I mean? So they're both in each other's way, basically, to what their goal is. And so, like, I really like that. Now. I really like that parallel. And so you see, like, to me, the cooler part of this episode was Zuko's story, right? Where he fights Zhao, where Zhao is like fucking with him and like talking all that shit. And Zuko's only like 16, if you think about it, right?
Yep.
Zuko's 16, so he's like commanding a fleet and banished from his home at 16 years old, and he's doing shit, and Zhao's just shitting on him because he's so young. And so then he's finally like, "Fuck it, bitch, let's fight." He's like, "Let's do it. No, me and you 1-on-1." Agni Kais are the coolest fucking thing in this show.
So dope.
It's when you see like the purest martial art form, and they're like, "I want to smoke pussy," and they go up and do it. And Zuko and Zhao's Agni Kai was lit. Like you see Zhao, he's just like pure brute force at the beginning, and then you see Zuko listening to Iroh finally. He's like, "Your basics, Zuko, your basics." He's like, "Basics," and he hits him with that fucking capoeira breakdance shit and sweeps the leg, and he gets him in a position. He's like, "I won't finish you." He's like, "Do it, pussy." He's like, "I won't. I won. I'll be leaving now." It's like, oh, Zuko's so cool. That's what I loved about that episode.
And then Zhao tries to blindside him. Iroh said, "No, no, no."
You know, I just they keep hyping up Iroh, and I just want to see like his first feat. I don't even remember when it happens, but I want to see him do something for once because he's just kind of.
I think it was when later on when he gets captured by the Earth Nation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
I think that's the first time.
That was pretty early.
Yeah. It's like the next. It's a couple episodes, but still, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so that was Commander John. And then Aang goes home and he finally realizes, "Hey, man, this shit's not a fucking game. Your whole tribe's dead. Like your whole family, like everyone you know is dead. Your fucking whole bending tribe's dead." And you finally see him snap and realize what's going on. Which
that Avatar state was nuts.
Which I mean, to me, that's really cool. That's your guys' first time like seeing that in context of story. So, what do you guys think about that?
I was personally, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought he was like overreacting on like what he was doing, but I understand why they wanted to keep him away from it if that's what they knew his reaction was going to be to it. But I liked how, I don't know, I liked the storyline about how his whole kind of bloodline, if you want to call it that, was wiped out.
Yeah,
I think it's most definitely needed because as soon as they first talk about like earlier in episode 2 and 1 when they talk about going on this journey to the North Pole and everything, the first thing that Aang says is, "Oh, but we got to do this fun activity, this fun activity, this fun activity." When in reality, he should be more focused. Like, I think it's just his character type, and that's needed. But he should be more focused on. I feel like he steps too far into his child character type, and then he gets reawoke into back what he really should be doing. So I think he stepped too far into the child character type, and then this is his coming back moment, realizing, okay, we got to get back to the task at hand. I feel like that happened multiple times throughout the whole series. So, and it was just kind of this keep rotating cycle of that. So I think that's what this moment is, and it's obviously needed, to achieve the end goal.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It's a really important episode for Aang to try to change, get some character development early, but he really doesn't fucking change because next episode he's back on that bull. Right back on that bull next episode. Let's ride the koi. It's like,
I'm
bro,
gonna ride it. Yeah,
bro, you just found out your whole family died, Aang. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I
but
wrote.
there's girls.
Because here's the thing, because it's like, oh, he went all angry Avatar state, and Katara calms him down, and he's like, no, I totally understand. And he's like, we have to go. And I was like, how do you go from like entire rage to just absolute peace? He was about to destroy the entire mountain.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, it's okay. Like, they're dead. What can I do? What?
I think the best you can argue is that the nomads are taught to be like peaceful. That's
Right.
That's it, really. You're gonna say Austin?
Oh, I said power of the pussy. So that was my automatic response to that.
Speaking of power of the pussy, episode 4, the Kyoshi Warriors.
Yeah.
And back on that bull trying to get ass again. Like,
Yep.
Mons was like, watch this. He's doing like a bunch of bullshit. He's like, I'm the avatar. He's using clout. Like, do anything for clout, basically. That was the episode.
Yeah.
It was like, Katara, watch. Katara, watch. Are you looking at me?
Yeah, and then he was like, you're just jealous. I wrote down, I was like, bruh, Aang really said Katara, who is 14, by the way, is really jealous of 10, 11, and 12-year-old girls flaunting over Aang. I'm like, she is not jealous, guy. I'm sorry. She really isn't. Those are like 10-year-olds. She's not.
100%.
And then we get the other character. So, like I said, the two characters I think get character development are Zuko and Sokka. Sokka gets some character development right here.
Really?
Yes. He gets character development right here where he's being a fucking dickhead because he's always been taught at his tribe, women, they're not as cool, man. They're just kind of like, the wives or whatever. And the Kyoshi Warriors just smack the fuck out of him. Suki just beats the dog shit out of him. It's just dog shit smack. To be fair, pretty much anyone who is a named character can whoop the shit out of Sokka. But... hey man, it happens. But he steps aside. It's like, fuck it, I'm willing to learn under y'all. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. I wrote down. I said, Sokka was a minnow in a pond filled with algae, and he thought he was a boss. Like literally, he was the only. It's not that he was a big fish in a small pond. He was the only fish in a puddle. Like,
yeah,
that's it. He was default the strongest. Even then, Katara was stronger. Like, it's fucking.
I wrote that Sokka was very misogynistic early on. The Kyoshi Warriors really pulled that out too.
They humbled him.
Well, then after he first got humbled, he went in, not because he got humbled when they got captured, and then he went in like, let me show you guys some moves, and then he got humbled again.
He's like, let me show you how a man does it.
Exactly. Yeah. Show you how a real warrior. I was the strongest in my tribe, and then he was like, okay, now I'll actually learn from you and listen to you.
It's the only man in my tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed that. He was the strongest, but he was the only man. He missed that part.
Take on 5 6-year-olds at once.
Yeah.
So I did
While
some.
they all need to go to the bathroom.
So I did some research, right, about the Kyoshi Warriors and what they're based on, and I saw that they're based on the Onabu Geisha, right? So geisha are like a Japanese thing, and it's like these samurai warriors that used to go around with samurais, and they were females, and they would just fight and like whoop ass. And I thought they looked familiar, and then I looked, and they kind of wear like the same armor, and like but the Onibu Geisha had masks on, but the Kyushu Warriors have the paint, but the paint and the mask are pretty similar to each other. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, they're using more like real world stuff for this. And then I also wrote down, because Zuko pulls up on Kyoshi and starts fucking shit up like normal. I wrote down that like Firebenders use like a mix of like capoeira and like taekwondo. I don't know if you guys know what capoeira is. It's kind of like,
I have no idea.
I've heard of it, but I don't really
breakdance fighting.
Okay.
It's like a legit thing in Brazil, and like that's kind of like they're based on like the movements. It's like a momentum based fighting, right? So like when Zuko does like the fucking the windmill on the ground to get back up, and he uses the fire and everything like that, and like how he swept the leg like that, or like when he uses like a handstand, or like he uses like those big wide kicks that transfer into another kick. Like that's kind of like capoeira shit. And I also said it was like taekwondo, which is also like a lot of kick based offense. Because like all I've noticed is that all the firebenders just use feet for the most part. Like they don't punch too much. It's mainly like kicks and like windmills and shit like that. It's pretty different, in my opinion at least. But yeah,
No, that sounds right. Yeah.
I also wrote down that it said Sokka in one episode learned that women should be equal, but society hasn't learned that in thousands of years.
Yeah, facts.
Took one episode for Sokka. It took society millions of years.
We don't have Kyoshi warriors.
True.
It's just funny.
True.
And thus begins the Sokka girlfriend count this episode. Sokka stands at 1 after getting the kiss on the cheek from Suki. And
Suki.
yeah, the journey for Ass continues with the Avatar posse. as they're all trying to get
Oh my
ass.
god.
Like Aang, Katara, fucking Sokka is trying to get ass. The only one not trying to get ass is Appa and Momo, bro. Like
Appa and Momo.
they're just kind of there.
It's because there's nothing for them, dude.
You don't know that.
That's a fact.
Oh.
Oh, then I also wrote down episode 4 is the first time we see the frothing mouth guy. The guy who foams up the mouth.
Oh.
He was
Oh my god, yeah.
Yup. And then next episode, not a big fan of the next episode, to be honest.
I don't like the King of Omashu.
I actually really enjoyed this episode.
It's a fun episode, right? But I don't know. It's not at the time.
I like this one.
In the context of book 1, I don't like it as much as I would. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Eli, feel free to put your thoughts in on this one first.
I was gonna say I just liked it. Like I liked how at the start they're like, oh yeah, this is my buddy. I used to know there, and like somehow being stupid me, I didn't realize it was the same dude. Like I feel like that's an easy catch, you know.
You didn't realize it?
No, I had no idea.
Oh my gosh!
I felt so stupid at the end. I was like, I definitely should have known this, but I was like, there's no way this man's 100. You know, I was like, all right, whatever. And at the end, I was like, oh, it's the same dude. That's wild. But I don't know. I liked it just because like it was a change of pace, and I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of actually the first real inkling that people in the Avatar universe can be kind of old sometimes.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess that's why I didn't catch it. I didn't assume that he would be like 112. I guess because like obviously Aang was put in ice and he's still 112, but he's the age of a 12-year-old, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like this dude, like I just didn't assume like somebody could live that long. I was like, oh, his buddy's dead. Like I just kind of played it off as soon as that happened. But I honestly forgot what a couple of the trials were that he did. He fought, or he got the little bunny thing that ended up being
the first one. Yeah, the first one was the key.
The key
that's right.
A waterfall over spikes and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that one was kind of cool.
I personally, I mean, I think this was just, in my opinion, was just a solid episode. You have humor and fun and everything, and then you also get to see some decent kind of fighting action between Boomy and Aang. And it really, I think this was more about just basically how all of Aang's character development, I feel like, through this series is trial by fire, right? So this was basically Boomy was like, you need to think of different ways to be able to do this. So that's all it was. So it was it was kind of cool watching the lessons that he learned, just trial by fire. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty enjoyable. So
I like the ending where he's like, all right, pick one of these people in front of you. He's like, I pick you. He's like, wrong choice. He's freaking a gilf.
Ripped, bro.
He's a freaking, oh man, he's a genius. It's like, oh, I was actually the strongest in this on this kingdom. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yes. And then similarly to Reek's mentioning of foaming mouth guy in the last episode, this is where I begin my cabbage guy counter.
Cabbage guy?
Cabbage guy. My cabbages.
Yeah.
Yes. So through season 1, by the way, I'm going to keep this up all 3 seasons. Through season 1, the Cabbage Guy counter is at 5.
5.
There's
I counted
3
4.
in this episode alone.
Oh, okay. I guess that's why.
I did not keep track of every episode that he showed up in, but
Okay. Well, yeah, I was gonna say definitely. I know later in the season it's like this. I hate this place more than I hate Umashu.
Yeah, exactly with the pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I actually really enjoyed this episode. This is actually one of my favorites. I'm not.
oh, one of my other notes for this one was me with the elite trash talk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His trash talk was top tier. That had me rolling a little bit, and also the fact that he's just a nuts powerful bender.
Yeah. I mean, at the end he said, "Say my name, say my name."
Oh boy.
I say. I mean, anything else on episode 5?
I
Say.
don't think so.
Nothing
think so?
really.
All right.
There's just a couple more funny moments in this one.
Yeah. I said episode 6. So this is the one where they get imprisoned. The Earthbenders do.
Where we meet Haru.
Haru, yeah.
Katara boyfriend count number 2.
Yeah. No, he really got set up by her too. She's like, nobody's around. You can earthbend. Saves the dude. He just snitches on him. A
Yeah.
dick.
Yo, fuck that old dude, bro. On God.
My note was Katara being nosy again got someone else in trouble.
I think I had
Yeah.
something similar to that. Oh yeah, I had
Oh,
Katara really busted into his motherfucking house without knocking. You guys see that part?
Yeah, bro.
I did not see that.
Okay,
Was that a house or was that a business?
That's definitely their
House.
motherfucking
That was
house.
their house. That was their house.
That was definitely their house. They just do their business out of their house as well. But, bro, like, on God, like, so when she sees Haru doing earthbending, when they first get there, they follow him. They go to his house. He walks in his home, closes the door. He starts talking to his mother. Katara just opens the door. Hey, you're that earthbender. And they're like, whoa, whoa.
Facts, that's right.
He's like, whoa, you're about to get me fucking caught by the federales. Slow down.
Was it their house or was it like a little shop? Because I could have swore it was
I thought it was like a little shop.
That's what I thought too. Like I didn't catch it as like a house.
Not non-vital information.
I definitely felt like that was their home, though.
I mean, it might be both, but I don't know. I just took it as a shop, not a house. Maybe that's why I didn't like catch her breaking in.
Boom. Hello. It's like, whoa.
Hello, Earthbenders.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my God. This is one of the funniest lines in the whole show, in my opinion. Fucking, when they're doing the setup to get Katara arrested, and the fucking pen puts the air. That lemur! He's earthbending!
That's so funny.
I was like, oh my
And Mama was doing
these guys are-
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's just those
hilarious.
little things.
I actually laughed hella hard.
It was so funny. And then there was another moment in that episode, which is unironic, like it's like unintendedly funny, was when Katara thought she was MLK or Malcolm X. Like she really thought she was like, people rise up, earthbenders, and they're like, shut the fuck up. Like I was like,
Can't you see where you're in trouble?
So this ain't Selma.
yeah. I was like, you Katara, shut your ass up, sit down. Sit your ass down.
Nosy.
It's like, you better start waterbending or shut the fuck up.
Bro, that's when we meet my boy Morpheus.
Oh my God. Fucking the bearded old man, Haru's dad.
Yeah,
He's
hey, it's the
like,
same dude who plays Morpheus, so I just called him Morpheus the whole episode.
What?
What?
Haru's
I
dad.
mean,
right?
what? Yeah,
Haru's-
you said plays
Haru's dad.
Morpheus.
Yeah,
Where
Morpheus.
am I
That's
missing
Morpheus.
Morpheus from?
The Matrix.
The
black dude?
You're
Oh
fucking
my
Yeah,
lord.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't. Holy
haven't-
cow! I haven't
you haven't
seen
seen
the
The
Matrix.
Matrix?
I'm not gonna lie, boys.
Jeez, alright, man.
I haven't seen the Matrix
Oh.
either, but I know who the fuck Morpheus is.
You're talking about
Awesome.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Bro, I don't know his name.
I don't know. What I
It is
recognize the
Lawrence
voice
It's Phil
from was
Phil, that's what it is.
Uh,
I recognize Haru's dad's voice from is the
It is Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought it sounded like bad guy from the first Ratchet and Clank.
All right, so you don't know who Morpheus is, but you're gonna reference the fucking bad guy from the second
Don't you
Ratchet and
fucking
Clank?
diss Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was the shit. Back the fuck down.
I didn't know that was Lawrence Fishburne though.
It wasn't, but it sounded like a lot like him.
It was Kevin Michael Richardson. Is who it was.
That's
but it said he.
That's Cobra Bubbles.
Yeah, it said he played Morpheus. That's weird. Anyway,
He played him in like a video game.
yeah, probably true.
All right, and then then basically, they ended up getting everyone out of the fortress and such. And she successfully led getting everyone out. All the Earthbenders escape, and then you boys remember what this episode ends on?
The necklace is gone.
That's right.
Is that where it ends?
It ends on Zuko finding her necklace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
So
like my necklace,
kind
and
of
then Zuko's like dun dun dun. I was like, all right.
Zuko smelling that.
Yeah.
Story, yes. Austin, that's a great piece right there.
Yep. And so let's see. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, this was a good one. I like this one.
Hey, Winter Solstice Part 1, Part 2.
Oh, so good.
Such a good
Winter
episode.
Solstice is good, yes. Actually, okay, I won't lie. I'm not as big a fan of the first part of this episode. Like, Winter Solstice Part 1 is not nearly as good.
I don't think so either, because we meet like one of my favorite characters in the second part.
I think the Zuko part in part 1 is good, but the Aang part is just like him completely just fucking failing. So it's kind of hard for the watcher to
refresh me.
like it,
What's the Zuko part in that episode?
When they free Uncle Uro, and he catches up to the Earthbenders. So and then Uro falls like, "Oh, you need to tighten my cuffs," and drops a fucking sandal and all that shit.
And then they get
That's this part. Yeah.
Lyra, what a baller.
You kind of forget how smart that motherfucker is because they keep referencing it, like, oh, he was a general or whatever.
Well, this is during when he got captured by the Earth Kingdom, by the Earth soldiers. This was the first time that we just know that he's a great general, and then this is when they were saying, oh, you're going back to where you fought for 600 days and held siege on him for 600 days, but couldn't last on whatever the biggest city in yeah, Ba Sing Se. So and then he says he falls off and drops his sandal, and then he originally gets out of cuffs and everything by saying, "Oh, I need you to tighten my cuffs because my old joints," and then he fucking just fire kicks him and then fucking just fucks them all up, and then Zuko shows up and they said what was the quote? It was, you're outnumbered like 8-2, and then Uncle said, well, you didn't realize that you're outmatched, and then they just completely just ran train on him. It was pretty lit.
You fucked them up. Did they say his nickname? I'm asking you two. Tristan, don't say fucking anything. Did they say what his nickname is at all this season?
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did. But I forgot what it is.
Yes, they did.
Do you know what it is?
What was it? I forgot. I didn't write it down.
Guys, I don't want to say it if they haven't said it yet.
I am 100% sure when they talked about him laying siege on Ba Sing Se for 600 days that they said it. So I know that they said it during this part.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that they did as well.
It's like the Dragon of something. I forgot.
Dragon of the West.
Dragon of the West. Yeah. And that's a pretty fucking badass nickname to be called a fucking dragon. Especially when we see a dragon in that episode. We see the fucking spirit
dragon.
We see Roku's dragon, motherfucker. One of the dopest characters in the show. Roku. And then the next episode, I don't know, next episode was good, but like it got really good once they got in. Like once Aang got in and started talking to Roku, that's when it was like, alright, this is a dope episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
them getting around the blockade was pretty sick.
Who? Aang or Zuko?
Yes.
True. Yeah, Zuko getting around the blockade. Let him through. Zhao. Fuck Zhao, bro. Zhao's just there to fucking hate on both Zuko and Aang.
Facts.
He's hating
For
on
real.
both. He's a player hater, bro. Zuko's just like, bro, I just want my fucking honor.
Yeah.
Just give me my honor. And Zhao's like, fuck your honor, bitch.
I really liked at the end when it turned into the panda.
Panda's friend,
No,
Middle
when
World
it-
Peace.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a creepy creature though. Before he turned
yeah,
panda,
It was
that
like
thing was creepy.
it was like a panda spider, right? It's what they.
yeah.
Something I don't know, but I didn't like it.
It was sick. I liked it. It was cool.
I liked it.
But he was like, "Hey, look at this acorn. This acorn will bring back your forest."
Yeah, they're all sad about the forest. Like,
it turns into a panda. Okay.
Okay, bye. I'm still a fucking giant ass fucking panda.
yeah, just wait another 100 years and it'll be back.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
One of my non-important notes from either this episode or the last one was how does Aang's staff always just close, like at random times? Like he'll get beat up while he's in the air, his staff will drop, and it'll just close.
He's that man. That's why.
It always closes. Just I don't.
Because the
It's not actually that
contractions.
important for anything.
It's like
It's so confusing to me. Yeah, it must be.
Because the smack
okay.
bounces it, and the bounce forces it closed. That's
How does he control the
Mm.
air, Tristan?
Maybe-
His
yeah.
imagination.
maybe he's fucking
Right
doing it with
then.
air. You don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay,
I wrote down.
Reality Andy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wrote
Just
down
kidding.
in the this episode or whatever. I said from the first part of the winter solstice. I wrote in the hot springs a motherfucking vibe. Like Iroh was just in there, kicked back. He was just like it's a vibe. And they pulled up on him, and he was still vibing. He was just like, "It's all good, baby. It's all good."
What it do, baby?
Yeah, it's like that's all good. And then we meet the OG himself, Roku, who he's just fucking
That man's
Gandalf.
OG.
was like that
Yeah.
big storyline.
He's like literally just Gandalf. It's like, oh, what's up, Gandalf?
So they get so after dealing with that at the village, they have to go to the Fire Nation because basically when Aang was in the spirit world, Aang got Roku's animal, took him to go where he needs to go meet Roku, which is a volcano island in the fire territory. So after they deal with fucking Henbai, they fucking book it on Appa over to the fire territory, and that's when I was talking about the blockade. They have to get through the blockade, and so does Zoku, because of course Zoku's following them. And it basically ended up to where Aang and the gang get to there, and then Zoku gets there, and then Zhao follows Zoku there too. And then what the fucking fire mages or whatever, those guys are fucking dicks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except for
Besides
the
the
one.
one. Besides
Except for
that
the one, yeah, the one was legit. The other ones were
He got screwed over
he
too
didn't
at the
come
end.
back.
But
Oh yeah, because that's just because Zhao's a fucking dick.
Hey, but he fucked them all over though, so he really won. Though.
yeah, he did.
He got them all killed. He's like, bitch, I got you. all right.
How
Made a comment about like the fact that Commander Zhao is actually really smart. We kind of see this throughout the show. That he's actually like, although he's a
Excuse me?
total dick, but he's actually like smart.
Excuse me. He
Let him
blew up his own
explain.
boat.
Let him explain.
Just overall, like, when he didn't get pissed off by a kid, like when he was actually able to stay level headed, he was very smart. He was calculated. He was ahead of Zuko most of the time in his thinking, which you might expect from an adult over a kid per se.
I was gonna
But
say.
Commander Zhao was pretty overall pretty
Okay. Well,
calculated.
I can actually agree with what you're. I mean, it depends on the situation. If I feel like if Zuko's involved, he's a little
Retarded.
less calculated. If Aang's involved, he's a fucking retard. Because there's definitely parts I can think later in the season where it was a very calculated move and it almost worked, but and it did, so I can see what you're saying, but I think in the particular episode that like Eli's talking about where he blew up all his boats, I think they were just really trying to push that fact that fire is uncontrollable, and they were just showing that through Zhao. But that's later on down the line. But I can actually exactly see what you're saying, T-Max. It just depends on the situations, but It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of bipolar in that fact. He'll go from being
He's
smart as fuck,
because
and then
he's an
he'll go to
emotional guy.
and then he'll be taking cheap shots at fucking Zoku, and then Iroh will be like, "Fuck you." So.
All right, Austin, say it with me, right? Say it with me. Zuko.
Zuko.
Zuko, okay?
He's got some slips of the tongues.
Iroh, my bad.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm saving you from our non-existent comment section, right?
I'm terrified of the non-existent comment section.
I know, dude. I heard that nuke dead DB guy. He's pretty fucking toxic. Yeah, can't trust him. Yeah, good episode. Gandalf, the Roku Gandalf came in. He's just dishing out wisdom to Aang.
How hyped were you? How hyped were you guys when Zhao was trying to lay the hammer down on Aang, but it was fucking Roku as Aang.
Oh
Yeah,
that one was pretty dope.
That was
bro.
If Roku's Gandalf, then Iroh's like Saruman.
Oh, the other wizard.
Yeah, the freaking Count Dooku, dude.
Facts. Yeah, dude. Iroh has some of the most heat proverbs too, bro. He really be like, you got to heat the kettle before you put the tea, or the tea will be cold as an arrival. It's like, what the fuck are you saying? But that's a vibe, though.
The one later where Zuko was like, "Is that a proverb?" No, and then he goes,
Then later,
"It should be a proverb."
Maybe it is.
Oh, the boats. The boat is
the boats. There goes your boat.
That's literally the next episode, I think.
The water bending scroll. Oh yeah, it is, dude. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, the water bending. That was a pretty good episode. I thought that was a really good episode.
I like the pirates, dude.
Bro, you can't tell me that pirate with the green headband and the shitty mustache, he was cold as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
you can't tell me he wasn't cold, bro. He was out there giving hands to everyone. The Fire Nation tribe, he had hands for him. Aang, he had hands for him. He was ready, bro.
Well, no, he was, dude.
He was a scrap.
My first note was, once again, Katara sticking her nose somewhere it doesn't belong.
I know, bitch.
I was gonna say, this is one of the time. I feel like this in the next episode really shows. It was definitely needed. It shows some of the faults in Katara. You know, like her jealousy overtakes her a lot in this episode when she helps Aang with some waterbending stuff. So this is like, Katara hasn't really had many faults, I feel like, in the past, except for sticking her nose with the. But that was all of them, because Aang came barreling in and was like, "Oh, you're a rockbender or earthbender," but fucking. This is like, this in the next episode really showed a lot of big faults in Katara's character. Not faults, like just that she's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show that everyone's not perfect in this whole series.
That's what I appreciate. Like, every character has at least one or two faults to them. You know what I mean? Like, Aang is that he's too fucking happy and naive most of the time, and he's just not taking shit serious. Sokka's is that he's weak as fuck and that he's sexist.
Also doesn't take things as seriously sometimes.
No, he's pretty serious when it's go time. Sokka's like the only one that
he's serious all the time. I feel like
when it's go time, Sokka takes shit really seriously. Like, when it was time, when like Aang would popped off with a bunch of different shit, and he was like, "We need to take this serious." And everyone, Katara and Aang were like, "No, we're fine." He's like, "Why the fuck you steal the scroll? We gotta get that. We gotta give that back or leave like right now." And they're like, "No, we'll be fine. We got a day." And like, they didn't have a day. Like, Sokka's usually the grounded one. Katara, her fault is that she's too fucking needy. Half the time, she needs like fucking trusting. She needs attention. She needs to be doing something. She needs to be learning waterbending. She's jealous as well.
Yes,
she's jealous of how strong Aang naturally is. When bitch, he's the motherfucking Avatar. What do you expect?
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Oh my gosh.
You're just some fucking Native American girl. He's the fucking god of your universe. He literally comes once every 100 years. He's around. Once every generation, he comes around. He's literally one in a generation. You're literally just some random chick.
Yeah, facts.
Put her in her place, Reek.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember exactly what happened. I wrote down something about Sokka proving to be smarter than he seems in this episode.
Why? He got the fight started between the gangs.
That's what it was. Yeah, he got them to start fighting each other. And then it was something about Uncle Iroh being a jokester, because that man just
proverb.
Probably was the stupid things he says.
I also said
no reason.
Zuko's out here dirty macking because he's offering to give Katara trinkets on their first
Yeah.
date. It's like I was like, you know what they say. I was like, you know what they say. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, he's out there. He's like, yo, I got this necklace for you. You want it or what? I was like, damn it, Zuko.
Oh my god.
So I know this means a lot to you.
We did another big character thing on this one was Aang and Katara working together to get the boat in the water. Really like showing how Aang's progressing, you know, to be able to move that much water that quickly
Yeah.
in that level of stress. So that was pretty cool to see.
We
Also
also
for
have-
Katara, because I feel like I feel like for most of the episode, like you guys said, like in the earlier episodes, you can see that Katara is kind of strong, and I feel like she honestly wasn't with her water bending at all, because she in the first episode she was asking Aang, "Can you teach me some stuff? Can you teach me stuff?" And now that they're doing it together, they're both getting stronger together in their water bending. Obviously, Aang's gonna be better, but like that right there showed a lot to me. Like Katara normally can't move much more than a fucking maybe a liter of water, you know, and that's a big fucking
Right.
deal.
So I agree with what you're saying. The point a little bit differently than I was making earlier. Like what I was talking about earlier, we see in the very first episode how powerful Katara possibly could be, because she just cracks open that entire iceberg, but she's not even trying. Like she's not trying to waterbend at that point. She just accidentally kind of happens to crack open this enormous iceberg all on her own.
Okay, I agree with that. I think how it was stated, I didn't really agree, but
No, but I get what you're saying. Like now we're starting to see her like learn how to do it, whereas before it was just kind of like raw power that wasn't under any sort of control. You know what I mean?
You also have to remember, Aang's a really fucking tough barometer for anything, because like you see it later on, he picks that shit up way too quick because he knows how to do it. You know, he knows how to do. He's had to relearn it every time. So with like the water and stuff, he knows how to do it from his past life, but he just got to relearn how to control it again. Like with the fire later on, he picked that shit up really quickly. Like he shouldn't have got it as fast as he did, but the dude is like, you need to slow the fuck down. But
yeah, and I mean, in the last episode, Roku like Aang was like, "How do I master all the elements?" And Roku was like, "Mastering all the elements takes like 3 to 5 years per element." You know, so you're right. It does show how powerful she is too.
Yeah, and then fucking Cabbage Boy, Part 2 was this episode.
Yep.
Waterbending scroll. Yep.
And also we get even bigger character development for another character here. Appa becomes even more powerful as they have retrieved his summoning whistle. They blow the whistle, and Appa will now
They were
appear.
pissed at him too about that, and that thing comes in clutch so many fucking times.
That's what I'm saying. He's even more powerful now. Like Appa's just like Appa's like a video game. Like when you got like you're getting fucked up, you're like, I gotta call him backup. Appa comes out, nobody's like, what's
He's
up?
He's the fucking jug, dude.
It's like, I'm calling in kill streaks.
Ooh.
What'd you get? I got an Appa. He comes in.
It's a tank.
Everyone loves Appa, bro. Appa's great. Oh, here we go. Man.
Fucking Jet.
Fuck Jet.
Oh,
Fuck
yes,
Jet.
exactly, Eli.
Fuck Jet.
Fucking
Fuck,
Jet.
fuck Aang.
What a
Fuck
piece of
Katara in this episode.
Here goes
Katara's
Sokka.
third boyfriend.
Yeah, that's why I have Katara boyfriend count 3. 4 if you count Zuko. That's why I said 4 if you count Zuko. Yeah, fuck Jet.
Oh, I hate Jet so much, dude.
Jet. I said Jet
I'm-
is Jet's bootleg Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, which is true, but you guys haven't seen that show, so but he's bootleg of that character.
I understand they have to make this appropriate, but they should have shot that motherfucker in the face after this episode, bro.
Jet.
Fuck Jet.
No one
Yes.
dies. No one dies. The
I
first season.
know, dude.
It's war and they're
Yeah.
not killing anyone. That was probably upsetting, but I was like, it is a kid show, so fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
Did they
No.
just?
Yeah.
Did they just? I forget. Did they just leave? Did they just leave Jet in the ice up against the tree
Yes,
at the end?
yes.
Is that all that happened? They rode away on Appa after Sokka came. Damn.
Yeah.
I
Jet-
did want to say this. This is one of the first. This is one of the big moments where no one believes in Sokka, but Sokka's not like. I feel like in the past episodes, Sokka was just kind of being airheady and stuff. But now this is him. Like
It was
he's
Sokka's
right in this
instincts,
scenario.
remember?
I'll say, yeah, Sokka's
Sokka
boy,
is fucking
boy who
instinct. You
cried
gotta
wolf.
walk, bro.
Yeah. No, he really pulled the boy who cried wolf. They don't trust him now.
True.
But
Mm-hmm.
he comes in clutch still after fucking naive Andy's over here fucking just believe the
Yeah.
random guy they just met over, the their own brother or the guy who saved them from the ice. No, let me trust Jet, this fucking random dude who lives in the forest.
It's because he fought a couple Fire Nation soldiers.
And beat
Hey,
ass.
he's got the sick fucking hook swords. Those things are fucking sick though.
And
They
those
were
things are
cool.
pretty
I
cool.
was watching all the animation with that. I was like, God damn, those things are sick.
Those were pretty
Let me
fucking
get
cool.
two.
I can't lie. The hook swords. He's like, fuck, give
Then
me
when
that sword.
he connects them together, and then it's like fucking 10 feet long. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my god.
So cool. Jet's cool as fuck, even though he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Terrible person. That's the idea. Oh, I mean, the rest of his crew is cool.
Yeah.
Smeller
Pipsqueak.
B.
Smeller
Pipsqueak.
Pipsqueak.
The Duke. The Duke.
Duke
I think
is the grove.
Was it Smellerby or was it Duke? I feel like it was one of the two that told him like, hey, this isn't right either. But
Smeller
they
B, because
just
I don't think the Duke talks.
Smeller B.
Smellerby's a
it was
genius.
Smellerby, yeah.
He's dope, yeah. And the Duke doesn't really talk.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I
Pipsy.
feel like it was the Duke. I feel like it was the Duke because Smellerby took Sokka out after Sokka said that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
not
either.
again,
No,
not
the Duke-
important stuff, but
No, I don't think we hear the Duke talk at all.
He talks once. He's like, we need to
Is it-
get rid of this guy, Jet. I think that's what he says. So he says it in like a really like nasally voice, like a little kid voice.
yeah, not crazy important. But this
Good
basically
Long
was
shot
just,
never talks.
this was basically I feel like just a Sokka episode, and it was
Yeah.
much needed.
I
It
think
was
it's-
dope, though. That was some cool stuff.
Aang started to learn not to trust every motherfucker he meets as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the end for sure.
Katara had to eat that lesson pretty hard.
Yeah.
When she wanted
Not
to-
all of my boyfriends are good guys.
That's why she likes Zuko. That's her fourth boyfriend. She likes the bad boys.
Well, so
Oh.
I guess moving on to the next episode, which is the one that I think Reek skipped.
Yes,
Yeah.
it definitely is.
Ugh.
Yeah, it
It
is.
was. Am I right?
I
See, I
skipped
knew I
this
was
shit.
right. Yeah,
This
this
shit's
one's
Yeah.
so bad.
yeah, this one's-
The
First
only
take?
note I have
Go for it.
is the Great Divide is objectively the worst episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I also wrote down in my notes because I knew I was skipping it as soon as I saw it come up. I said the Great Divide is dog shit, and I will be skipping this episode. I will take fault for this. I will accept
don't
fault
blame
for
you.
this.
Yeah.
And I also wrote.
I don't even think there's that much to say about this.
I
one.
don't want to talk
Okay.
about it, so
I
said
I have
Aang's-
one thing. To
I
say.
just want to say like first big mistake they sent Appa away and now you're fucked and then it's
Yep.
just
Yeah.
The
Aang
goat was
fucking
gone.
lying to him at the end like yeah.
What
I'll
were you gonna
say,
say,
yeah.
Eli?
The only thing I was gonna say is Aang at the end line was pretty funny. Like he's like, "Yeah, this is
Because
what
of this
happened." And
Stupid story.
yeah, they're like, "Oh, that's cool," and then they're like, "That really happened?" He's like, "Nope."
Nope, but it was a good lie. Ha! Let's
That's-
continue on with
I
our
was
lives.
That's what my
Yeah.
note is as well. I said Aang's story about the ball and what it symbolizes is the stupidest fucking thing ever. And I can't
just
believe
thought
it
was
worked.
funny.
But hey,
I
more
know.
power to the Avatar.
Yeah, I feel like that's a classic like children episode, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't even think kids liked it because I hated that episode when I was younger.
But I mean, it's a great moral one. You know?
Right.
Oh my god! And then
Great lesson for the kids.
you know
We're
what?
homeless. We're
get on.
stingy.
Let's get on to the fishermen that got fucking woke.
So
Oh
we
no,
go.
the storm.
So we go from the worst episode of the season to arguably the best episode of the season.
Arguably the best. Yes, you're 100% correct.
The motherfucking storm. You learn the backstories of Zuko and Aang. Ugh!
Yes.
Yep.
Bro,
10 out of 10.
bro,
Everyone was ignoring Sokka's stories at the beginning.
bro. When Zuko at the beginning,
Yeah.
when that one dude pulled up on Zuko, the gray beard dude, and he was like, "You're just a spoiled prince," and Zuko's like, "What's up then?" He's like, Zuko got so mad.
First off,
He got so
first off,
mad.
he should just sent that dude fucking off the fucking deck because that guy's way underneath it. Like,
But he wanted to smoke though. He was mad, so he wanted to fight. He didn't just want to kill him. He said, "Let's run it then." He said, "Let's run the ones," and then they were about to. And then Iroh got involved. He said Agni like right away. Zuko's down with this shit. So let's be honest. Anytime Zuko's got a problem with someone, he's like Agni Kai, let's go right now, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, let's fight. Like he's literally just no hesitation. Like let's fight.
that's the kind of self confidence we all need.
True. Just as soon as you pull up on someone, they say some bullshit. You're like, let's fight. That's it.
Fight me, yeah, fight me.
I think that's the biggest thing about Zuko is that he stands for what he believes in.
Yeah.
The only time he's ever standed down for what he believed in is when before his father fucking scorched him in the face.
All right, so there's more parallels between Aang and Zuko, like I said. So now we see like they both made a terrible decision in their youth that haunts them to this day, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both are trying to deal with it. But in my opinion, Zuko had the worst backstory. Like not quality wise, like he got the worst hand. Like he got fucking shit.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
Like he was like I said, Zuko's down to fight even back when he was like 14 or whatever. He was down to fight.
Zuko knew that was bad. Like
he talked shit to that general. He's like, okay, I'll fight you then. Let's fight. And then his dad pulled up on him. He's like, I'm not fighting my dad.
Yeah.
And his dad was like,
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
You get the smoke.
Definitely got some respect for Zuko.
Say you gonna learn today.
And he doesn't even tell anyone either. That's the crazy part. He just just walks around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking bashes on his crew 24/7, like bashes on the crew and stuff, and it takes Iroh to fucking tell him, hey, this is why he wants to get so.
And the rest of them are like, okay, I get it now. Because even the dude was like, damn, I thought he got in like a training accident.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, it was no, I don't, but that's one of the clutchest lines ever. He was like,
it was no accident.
It was no accident. I'm like, I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then
Iroh, everybody loves Iroh too. Everybody loves Iroh.
He's a G.
And then here we go again with motherfucking Aang being selfish again with the I want to be a kid. I want to be a kid. The war's starting, bro. There's a war. You just train. All he had to do was train. They weren't asking him to do anything nuts. They're just like, we need you to train more. And
his like, master was kind of letting him do that too.
Yeah, his master was trying to help too. He's like, it's okay, Aang. You will be a child. And then he didn't. Aang just got scared and ran away. That's why I say like Aang's a dickhead. Like
he was mad at him, and then
So half the episode's Aang being a dickhead for no reason.
Yeah,
those kids were fucking dickheads though too.
Which ones?
Oh, they were.
Yeah,
they
were.
Like, the day after they finally announced that he's actually the Avatar, they're like, "Oh, we can't play with you now."
But why'd they have to? I don't get why they had to tell everyone he was the Avatar.
Yeah, I agree.
Why couldn't they just keep it between?
Just gossip. I would think it'd just be gossip, like standard gossip.
Who would the elders tell other than other elders, and then why would the elders gossip?
I don't really know how that became known.
Because they didn't get out since, like I said, Aang picked those toys when he was first born, and it didn't get out then. But then as soon as they tell Aang it's out, like I don't know who told.
Yeah,
maybe Aang told some of his buddies or something. I don't know.
That's probably what it was.
If Aang was a dumbass,
probably
plot holes.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it that he did that.
I think I also said there was a little hint of something in episode 12. Let me check.
My other note from this episode was
be careful with what you fucking say. Don't ruin anything from the future. That's why I said I'm checking.
No. My note was Iroh during the storm.
Be careful with what you say.
You guys see, yeah, he just redirected lightning. I mean, that's completely nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I could. How do you even?
How does that make sense? How did you do that? How did
like
you? Do that?
You as a firebender.
Fire. What the fuck?
Oh man.
But then after he did that, it shows him all like crispy and stuff.
He got burnt to a crisp.
Oh, classic animation stuff. Always fun.
Yeah, dude. But no, Zuko's backstory's so good though. Like,
yes.
The next episode, I think it's next episode.
Well, before next episode, Zuko making the decision. He saw Aang flying away, and Zuko making the decision for his crew at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, because after he saved the helmsman,
because it shows that like
he pulled out.
It shows like at the end of the day, Zuko has everyone's best interests at heart. Like even though he wants to get that, he's not willing to get his men killed over it. Like he's shown that time and time and again, which is dope.
Yeah,
especially later.
Like he almost did, but yeah.
And then we have back-to-back fire episodes. So
yes, actually, there's like four.
Yeah.
These next four are pretty fire.
It ended just hot. Like the whole end of the season was just fantastic.
Yes. Blue Spirit
compete
for the best episode of the season.
I like that one. Yeah,
Blue Spirit,
easy, just so good.
Oh, man. So good.
That I would say me not have watched book 2 and 3. That made me like start thinking of a prediction that Zuko's going to start coming onto the good guys' side. Like eventually, that's the prediction that I made. I don't want any like, yeah, you're right or wrong, but like
I'm not gonna
that,
tell you.
yeah.
Interesting development.
I would say just with the like how Aang kind of like took the blue spirit and like after even saw it was
What
him,
he said
like,
at the end.
just taking care of him and like I don't know.
Maybe we could have been friends.
Right,
And then he
exactly.
I
don't know. It makes me think like a prediction that I would make, like, oh, he's gonna capture Aang, try to turn him in, and then they're both gonna fight his dad. I don't know. That's kind of like a prediction that I'm making, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the fight scenes in that one,
fire.
At the prison with like, dude, that's
any blue
probably
spirit fight scene
the
is
best
amazing.
fight scenes.
When he
I
busts
think
out
that's
the
probably
dual
the
swords,
best fight scenes of season 1.
when he busts out the dual swords, anytime the blue spirit has those, it's game time. Like he doesn't even bend, he doesn't firebend or anything. He just fights because he doesn't want to show them that he's a firebender. So he's just got hands and feet and swords.
Absolutely nuts. And then at the end, when he's like, knock out the archers,
Yep.
nuts.
Yeah,
Those dudes are dope.
So
he legit just smacks him in the face and knocks him out.
So that's what I was talking about when Tristan brought up about how Zhao is sometimes smart. Like that was a smart choice by him, but they didn't get there fast enough. So it was a smart and a stupid choice at the same time. I feel like.
But what? Okay, but like, what was
should
the
have
game
taken
plan?
a shot earlier? Huh?
What was the plan after he drops Zuko? What was Aang's still up?
Rush him?
Did they think that Aang was just gonna leave him and run, and he's gonna get the blue spirit, or what was the play there? That's what I was confused.
I think he should have. I think he should have shot it a lot earlier. He shot it really fucking late.
Yeah, because they were
If he would have shot it a lot earlier, if he would have shot it a lot earlier, they could have bum rushed him and then had all the archers up there shooting at Aang.
That's
not like shooting at because they're obviously good enough shots to shoot at him and not hit him because that's how they caught him. They fucking shot at his fucking shirt. Yeah, they fucking shot at his shirt and shit. So, and this is also did he become admiral? Yeah, he became admiral.
Admiral
at the start of this episode
one.
or the end of the end or the end of the second last one.
No, it's coming down.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fuck, what was that?
I have no idea what that was.
All right.
Sorry, my computer did something weird. My computer did something weird right there. I apologize. I'm trying to just things up.
He's on Pornhub.com.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Clear that shit out next time, bro.
He got it at the very beginning of this episode because he asks for the archers at first. He's like, I want them to join my fleet, and he's like, "Fuck no, bitch, we need these archers." Then the carrier pigeon comes, and they're like, "Oh, I just got a promotion. I'm commanding you now. Give me the archers."
Yeah, that was hella funny.
Gimme.
He whooped it out right there, just flopped it all over his face, like, "Give it to me now."
He's like, "You're giving me those archers, boy." Yep, and this episode was hilarious. You literally Aang, I wrote down Aang's really trying to get Katara to suck on his frog.
Oh my god.
And Sokka, bro.
Sokka when he says, "Take that, you rock," at the very beginning. He's pretending to be an earthbender. Yeah.
Dude, that was so funny.
Aang at the very end when he comes back, he's like, "Suck on D's." He throws him the frog. I was like, God, this episode's funny, dude.
Sokka hit him with, "This is really delicious."
Oh, here, it's kind of stupid. Momo fucking stealing them everything, but there's times where they're poor as shit and they don't have anything. Just send Momo, go steal y'all shit. Like, come on.
True.
But it was kind of. And then Sokka was like, "Who's Aang, my queen?" or something like that. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
And they're fucking damn near dead.
It was hilarious. And but
that is the funniest.
That final scene with Zuko and Aang at the end is pretty dope. Though when he sees Zuko, he's like, he's like, I had a friend in the Fire Nation once. He's like my best friend. I always loved going there. He's like, you think we could be, you think if we met in different circumstances, we could have been friends? And just
blah.
Yeah,
doesn't even say anything.
Because Zuko's just worried about honor. my honor. I need my honor.
I need my honor, Donnie.
It's like Bob Lee Swagger trying to clear his name.
Oh my god.
I need my honor, Donnie.
I need my spotter.
Yeah, dude. It's Zuko and Aang. They have a great little dynamic between the two of them of just fighting each other. And then, Aang doesn't really want to fight him, but he knows he has to win. Like I said, they both don't really care about the other one too much. They just have to go through each other to get to their goal.
Yeah.
All right.
we going next one now?
Unless
Next one.
someone else,
Oh.
anyone got anything? Anyone got anything?
I was just gonna say that's like the first time that we actually see Zuko let his guard down on Aang and not just so. But yeah,
He gave Aang about
That's a
30
good
seconds. He gave Aang a
he
solid
gave
30
Aang- he
seconds.
yeah.
He's like, you get
And
your
then
shit off.
now we get to another Sokka episode of him being the smart one.
Oh, the fortune teller.
I
Yup.
wouldn't consider this a Sokka episode. I consider it
Well,
Sokka.
it's not a Sokka episode. I'm just saying it's like this.
It's one of those where we see Sokka being smart again.
He definitely won
see
MVP.
See Sokka being the brains of the operation at this point.
We should do
And then
that.
But
We should name an MVP at the end of every episode.
every episode.
MVP
Every
at the end.
episode?
Yeah, I'll say every episode would be crazy.
Only reason I keep bringing up the Sokka ones is just because someone could argue that since he's not a bender, he's not important, but that's why he needs these big brain episodes like this.
All right, next time, write down your MVPs per episode.
I was saying, look out
Oh,
for our
boy.
season 2 review. We'll have MVPs for each episode.
Yo, but my one of my favorite parts about this episode is the constant where Sokka's like, but it didn't happen. He's like, but you could have died or whatever. And they're like, but I didn't, and she said I wouldn't. Then because I helped. And he goes, exactly. That's why I didn't die. And Sokka's like, what are you saying?
My favorite was the red shoes. He was like, I bet you she said that you'd meet your love in those red shoes.
Yeah.
He did. And he's like, have you worn those shoes every day? Yep. And he's like, then you're gonna fucking meet her. He's like, thanks, man.
That was
It's
hella
so
funny.
good.
It was just the whole episode was Destiny versus Logic. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Aang's just trying to get fucking her to tell her that Katara is the one for him, and then
After
Katara's
he
like,
got
"Oh, I get
friend zoned
tall."
hard.
True that.
but hold on.
Yeah.
You hear what she said? She said, "Your husband will be a powerful bender."
And then later she realizes that.
And then
Sokka was
Sokka's
like, man, that kid
I
is
forget
one
how much
powerful
he's a
bender.
powerful bender. Yeah.
But who else is a powerful bender in this show?
Oh my god. You know who else is a powerful bender? Haru.
Fuck off.
Hold the fuck on, we're done.
You know who else is a powerful bender?
Who?
Iroh.
Oh my god.
She really got the most generic ass shit. She's like, "Oh, it's got to be Aang, bitch. That could be like anyone."
Yeah, I would say, oh, what's up with you, Bato?
Oh my god, he hasn't been though, so I guess.
Sokka ain't a bender.
Oh,
The
you're
fortune
right.
teller. The fortune teller is definitely an entertaining one for sure.
Good episode. Not a lot of action, not a lot of plot,
Right.
but good
So-
episode.
We got Mang.
Fuck man.
Tough man, yeah.
Fuck man.
Well,
I guess
Fuck
you were the
Milton.
one.
And then
It's
when they
entertaining.
fly off, I didn't really catch what she said, but she was basically saying "fuck you, bitch" when
Yeah,
she's
to Katara.
She basically said, "I'll
She
kill
was
you."
like,
Yeah.
"Pussy."
I kill you.
Yeah, she was fucking serious.
One thing that I thought was pretty cool. So when the volcano is coming down on the actual city, and the trench that they built wasn't big enough, so Aang earthbended then, right? Was that our first instance of him really earthbending?
Oh, that was him. He airbended, so he
Air
basically
to the
put
wa-
air through the lava.
Yep, got it. Yep,
that it would
big tard
harden,
mode,
yep.
big tard mode. Got it. I got excited. But
I get what you're saying though, because it kind of turned hard, and you're like, oh well, now that's Earth.
I mean,
yeah, no, you're 100% right though. 100% right.
Yeah,
I
he
went
just
big tard
basically
mode. I
cooled it
got
off.
excited. Yeah, I just got excited.
that's the only element we haven't seen him bend yet in season 1. was
Yeah,
Earth.
that's why I was excited. I was like, ooh, but
I was saying,
Yeah, that's
what was that chick's name again? Meg?
Mang.
Yeah.
Mang, Mang?
So
Are you talking about the
little girl.
Mang? Yeah, it's Mang.
yeah, I just find it wild that she's like 6 talking about that's my husband.
She's not 6, dude. She's like 10 or
10,
11.
Probably
probably
like
like
10.
10.
Because if you think all the way back to when
I
we
know.
had the girl warriors and he had all the little girls around him, I feel like they were about 10 too.
Yeah.
So she's about 10. I
Oh
think.
yes, that's true. She acting like she's 6.
You and
Hey,
that
but then
innocence.
I don't know. Yeah, are we good for this episode,
Yes.
boy? I still love the water
We
tribe.
chilling. We chilling.
Bato is a good episode, dude.
Here
That's
we
a great
go again.
storyline.
Aang being an asshole.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yes,
That was a
100%.
dick move.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that?
He's
Oh,
like,
you
"I
guys
can't
want to
be
know where your
trusted."
dad is? Nope.
Forget about
If
it.
he would have stayed fucking 2 more minutes, they would have been like, "No, we need to be there for Aang."
And
Aang just a pussy sometimes, dude. He really can't handle any sort of adversity. Like, that's his character fault. As soon as adversity starts to hit, he starts to crumble like a fucking cookie. Like,
Ooh.
it's just bad, dude. It was like literally he just got
the
scared.
fucking like with the hen by spirit, like at the first time when he just got completely railed by it, like 100%.
Yep. Or when he, got frozen in the iceberg, or this, or in the next 2 episodes.
Or every other fucking episode.
or when he's breathing, or when he's living.
If he breathed, he a thought.
Oh, but this is
pretty
when
cool character.
this was a very good episode. I remember.
This was the episode with the Shearshoe.
The Shearshoe is sick.
Yes, and
But fucking bodied it.
what's her
Pyro
name? What's her
bodied the
name?
Girl riding the Shearshoe.
What is
Yeah,
the name of the
chick.
girl?
I don't know.
Nyla's the name of the Shearshoe.
The badass.
Bad bitch.
Yeah, she's dope.
Fuck me in my
Yeah,
Gucci
she's
tube
dope.
sauce.
Yeah, at the end, bro.
I Rose girl.
I think
Bro,
it's June.
the Shearshoe gets him in.
It is June.
And
It's
Zuko
June.
said, "Uncle,
Uncle,
what are you doing? I didn't see you
I
get
didn't
hit by
see
the
you get
Shearshoe."
he's like,
He goes, "Shh."
Dude.
I wrote down,
Simon,
"I wrote
my
you sly
guy.
dog."
Dude,
I
when
said,
I
"You
saw that,
sly
I was like,
dog."
this man is my favorite character.
Bro, her eyes pop open.
she can't fucking move either.
Uncle, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
It's
Okay,
your
sorry.
uncle.
It's your uncle.
No,
That's my only input on that one.
You really
Come
open up a
on.
fucking can of worms.
No, that one was pretty good though. You got the Sokka and Katara making the big decision. Oh, we'll see our dad at some point. We gotta help Aang.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well,
and
the
then
fucking-
that was
go for it, Austin.
Go for it. I was gonna talk about when fucking Sokka finally got his balls and got inducted in the tribe. Basically,
That's the same thing I was
finally.
gonna
Yep.
say.
Yeah, that was really sick.
He finally
Pretty cool.
got
That
some
was
character development.
good time.
I'm telling you, Sokka probably grew the most in book 1, in my opinion.
Sokka definitely, yes.
Because he was kind of like a little kid at the beginning. He thought he was a big man because he was the big chief of his village of no men. But then he started to see like, oh, I'm not shit. I need to get it together.
I'll say, as a character and as a person, I definitely agree. I feel like skill-wise, I feel like, obviously Aang, but I feel like Katara a lot.
Yeah, Katara's, by the end of the season, she's whooping ass. Like, she's
a badass. She's like a master at that point.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. She just becomes a straight beast. So yeah, and then fucking we got motherfucking Zuko back at it again, trying to dirty Mac.
True. He's like, I have your necklace.
Where'd you get that? He's like, I didn't steal it. If that's what you asking. She gave it up for me, Aang. And Aang's like,
Aang put on the, "You're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier.
Oh my god.
I'm the Avatar. You can't say that to me."
And then it was just hilarious.
She left her necklace at my place. She left her necklace at my penthouse.
My god.
But did they freak it?
Oh my goodness. I also wrote down.
Really,
No,
you
go
say?
for it, Tristan. Go for it. Get your jokes off.
I was gonna say Zuko really hit her with, "I'm so glad we're acquainted."
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
dude. Come on, man.
Weekend, talk to us. Let's get sponsored.
Alright, I said Aang might be the main villain of season 1, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Because god damn, dude, you didn't give the
0 to
dad
100
letter.
real quick.
He didn't give the dad letter. He didn't fucking help anything, bro. Like, he just fucking dick people over. Selfish ass bitch, bro. Especially
It was really cool.
2 episodes.
True.
Mhm,
I was gonna
mhm.
say it was really cool when they were doing the ship thing and they fucking bended to get the thing up over the rocks. And Bato was like, Sokka, you've proven yourself. And Sokka's like, fuck that shit. We big balling this.
Yep. He's like, nah, I'm eating all the rocks. All of them.
He's like, I can't do shit, but my friends can. Get it, guys.
True. But he's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
With the symbol that your father gave you that I totally didn't just give you because your father had it. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
we get to another Heat episode.
I was gonna say at the end of this, Aang returns Katara's necklace in this one too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's
a
the
big
first
one.
time. That's the first time that Aang gets a little macking. Just a little sneak peek.
A little bit.
There's the next like 5 episodes. There's just a bunch of fucking Heat quotes from everyone. So in episode 16,
that's just a good one,
right? Fucking Sokka and Katara are talking to each other, and then Katara was like, "Are you saying I'm a liar?" And Sokka said, "No, I'm saying you're an optimist." So the same thing. I was like, "Damn,
that's savage."
Whenever Sokka's on Appa, he's just on one. When they're just chilling, riding places, he's just fucking on one.
It's a great observation, Austin.
Because like we throw it back to where she was sewing up the pants or something, and
oh yeah,
he was like, "That's all girls are good for," or something like that.
Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah, sewing the pants.
He's always on one when they're all riding on Appa.
Man, dude, this whole fucking episode was so good, bro. And like when oh man, when he meets the dude and he's like, oh, he's a crazy old dude. It's like, no, he's not crazy. Just everyone else is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Jong's my guy, bro.
Jong's a beast.
So when Aang like blew their cover. Sorry, Austin, go ahead.
Oh, you're right. Go for it.
I was just saying, Aang pretty much blew their cover at the festival like an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Because he's too fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Naive, bro.
He got a little kiss from her, and now he's uber protective. He's got to protect what's his.
You could almost say that Katara got her 5th boyfriend right there. On stage, bro.
The guy?
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. It's fucking 5th boyfriend, Katara. I'm surprised she didn't get one at the fucking, what's it called?
The Northern Tribe?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was shocked.
Yeah. Oh, but that's because they did the other angle.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, dude, John's like, Aang, gotta be careful. Fire's not nothing to play with. I'm not teaching you. Roku comes out, he's like, the fuck you say to me? Roku's like, who you talking to like that, John?
Tattled.
Bro, Roku was like, who you talking to like that, John? He's like, I'm sorry, Avatar, I'm sorry.
Lights the tree on fire behind him.
Going back to Katara, I'm halfway convinced book 2 is going to be Aang pimping out Katara on her core.
Oh my god.
How much money you make me.
Oh my goodness. That's just the character development for Aang. He just becomes a crime lord.
We do not condone pimps or prostitution here.
But pimping ain't easy though.
But pimping is not easy.
Okay.
What you gotta do.
If you got it, you got it. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't. Okay, I can say I would not do the same thing, but yeah, you go. You go, girl.
Hey, yo, Jong really hit him with the line too when he was talking about. He was like, "Oh, look at her. She is focused while she is practicing her waterbending." And then he goes, "Even that oaf knows to be like focused while he is fishing."
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, then Aang again, classic Aang, fucking being an idiot again.
Andy.
Fucking, he starts fucking with the fire, starts doing tricks with it. He's like, look, I could do what the juggler did, and he just does it. It just burns her hands to fucking smithereens.
Yeah, dude.
And she's like, oh, she starts crying, and she's like, Katara, I'm so sorry. And she's like, get away from me. Sokka comes in like, boom, hits him with the check. He's like, what's up, bro? He's like, get out of here, Aang. Go fucking take a chill pill, bitch. And Aang was like, I will never learn fire again.
And then she really pulled the Percy Jackson. I got healing powers, water.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope though to
it
learn
is.
she's a healer.
I'm just saying, it's the Percy Jackson.
Yeah. And then he finds out that water is also a healing property, and John starts talking about it. He's like, that's why I fucking hate fire. Fire's nothing good, isn't good for anything but destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But water's good for healing. It's good for use. It's life. While fire's just death.
Mm-hmm. Shout out water.
Shout out water.
Water. Yeah. Crippin.
Water. But yeah, and so it was that was just a great episode for like symbolism and shit.
Yeah, because then we get to
Yeah.
the whole John's telling him, "Oh, I once had a student who only cared about power." Dun dun dun! It's freaking Admiral Zhao. You're like, "Oh!" And he's like, "The dude has no control." Blah blah blah. And so my note about this, after Zhao burns all of his ships, I go, Aang doesn't listen very well, but apparently learns his lessons at alarming rates.
He listens,
Like-
he just doesn't pay attention. If that makes sense.
It was very obvious that Aang didn't care about what Zhang was teaching him, but then apparently he learned his lesson like super quick and was able to turn it against Admiral Zhao like that. I was like, come on, like he's 12. Nobody does that.
He's 12.
He is 12.
I am 12.
I'm 12. The Mexican guy.
12-year-olds
from
with
Prison Break.
tattoos. I don't believe it.
Yeah, the Mexican guy from
Maybe
Prison
he is
Break.
a
I am
pimp.
12.
Maybe he is a pimp. 12 with tattoos.
It's not easy though.
It's not easy.
Very good episode though.
Solid. And then there was no Zuko this episode, was there?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this
Um,
was a non-Zuko episode.
I think it was a non. There might have been something.
I don't think so at all.
There nothing.
I think at best it might have because that's later. Yeah, no, there was no Zuko this episode. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Yeah, I don't think there was actually. Cool.
All right, and then we get to all right. So,
Aang being an
Northern
asshole
Air Temple.
again.
all right, no, this one I wrote down.
Ooh.
Aang was being an asshole, but this time they deserved it this time.
Oh, they
Yeah.
definitely did.
They were
Yeah,
fucking
I
with
guess
their
so.
shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they were just
Was
breaking the temple. They didn't give a fuck, dude. And then when
Yeah,
you
I
find
stood
out,
these-
Took down the statue right in front of him.
yeah, then when
Almost
you
fucking
find out
knocked
what
him
they're
out.
using
Oh,
it for, oh man, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
facts.
these people really just destroyed an entire air temple.
Well, it was just one dude that was like using it for bad though.
No, but no
like-
one really stopped him.
Well, nobody knew except for him, right?
Well, they didn't know about the Fire Nation.
I
Yeah,
thought the
that's what I'm
adults
saying.
knew. I think the way I took it was the adults knew, but the kids didn't.
Oh, really?
So then I was like, I was like, the inventor dude really just a low-key snitch.
He's a bitch, bro. He made a bunch of bombs and shit. He's like, bitch, you about to get the Fire Nation bombs, bro. He's making the balloons and shit. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Aang was being an asshole to the cripple, though, to be honest. He's like, he doesn't
He
got
was like, you
spirit.
can't fly.
It's like, no, Aang, he has spirit. He just doesn't have legs. Like, there's a difference.
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
Yeah, man, it was like, my goodness, Aang, you're an asshole. But yeah, that was cool. You see Aang like happy that like people are kind of picking up the air tribe shit, like with the flying, and that was good. And then the air balloons and Sokka coming in clutch again with like being a big brain genius. He's the
Yes,
he's the
that was
strongest
dope.
like human, like the non-bender. He's like the best non-bender of the show, I think, because he's just
Yeah.
got the mental game down.
Mm-hmm.
Aang's pretty.
He-
Or Appa, I mean, Appa's probably the best non-bender.
He's got airbender though, because he can fly.
Technically, he's technically an
I guess that's
airbender.
true. I guess this is true.
Yeah, it was also kind of interesting to see, like, we saw like the Fire Nation like car things. The Fire
tankies,
Nation was kind of
Yeah.
the flipping
those
tanks,
things were pretty. Yeah, dude, with the grappling hooks,
beast.
Those things were sick.
those were dope.
And then you find out he built those too, motherfucker. He just gearing the Fire Nation up.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, god damn, dude, you just want to fucking win you just want to go to the nation? Just go live there. Like, fuck it. They'll take you.
Real.
God damn, he's single-handedly helping them win the war.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then the episode ends with they used the balloon to bomb him and get him away from the place for now. But the Fire Nation found the balloon. So guess what they're gonna make now?
Histories.
Huh?
What? War balloons.
No, they would never.
I know. Alright.
Pastries.
The water bending master. This is one of the most heat quotes in this episode.
We finally get to the North Pole.
About time.
Yeah. It just took the whole season.
Traveled the world.
Crossed the world in what is it, 60 days or 90 days or whatever.
I mean, it's a couple months.
Oh my god. Like, so, So they go there, he's like, I'll teach you, Aang, Paku, my man Paku,
Mr. Paku.
He's like, I'll teach you, Aang, you know what I mean? Come to class. And then Katara shows up to class. He's like, what are you doing here? She's like, what do you mean? He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, what? He's like, go back to the healing huts with the other women. I'm like, ah! He really just hit her with it. I was like, that's one of the most heat quotes. He really just flamed her, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, well.
That's actually facts.
Yeah, it is, dude.
And then,
very traditionalist was my note for Master Paku.
Yeah, then they started brawling as well. She pulled up on. She's like, "Fuck it, then let's go outside. Let's get this." It was during the fight when he hit her with the you know what I mean? You hit him with the
wow.
Hit you with the catch me outside. How about that? And then that's when he hit him with the go back to the healing huts, bitch.
Damn.
Dang.
And then that's pretty much it that happens in the waterbending. And then you see Sokka, instead of Katara boyfriend count, we got Sokka girlfriend count again. So Sokka's back at it with 2.
It's just UA.
I feel bad for him.
I don't, because he was already dirty macking on another chick, and then
that's true.
He left, and then he started dirty macking on another chick. It's like, bro, what are you doing? It's like, I don't know, bro. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand. I don't know. He finally found somebody though who actually liked him back.
I know.
And she said, "I'm actually engaged.
I'm betrothed.
That was
not
later.
Engaged, betrothed."
Well, yeah.
Because she's gonna.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Have an unimportant, like a non-super important note, real fast, for the show. I thought that music night on the ship must have been super dope with Uncle Iroh playing the Sungi horn.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, Iroh was killing that.
He was singing the song, bro. He said, like autumn, winter, spring, and summer, or whatever. I was like, I feel it.
With the graybeard dude killing the vibes, with killing the game with that the guitar, the sitar.
Sitar, yep.
The graybeards.
The
Graybeards.
And then Zhao pulls up on Zuko and says, "I need all your men." And Zuko's like, "What? No." And he's like, "Nope, I'm taking him." And I was like, "Damn." And he offers Iroh the general position. And Iroh's like,
"Oh yeah, go ahead."
Iroh's like, "No, I will not." And then you see my man talks to the pirates. He's like, "Hey yo," you should go kill fucking Zuko right now.
Oh yeah.
And the pirates are like, "Okay, give us the gold."
He
like money.
He talks to the freaking mustache boy.
Yeah,
looks like
the green mustache guy.
You remember in Prison Break, freaking, I think it's season 3 when they're in the desert prison, and freaking, I think his name is Sammy, the little black guy. Reminds me exactly of that dude. For those of you who've watched Prison Break,
my goodness, my goodness. And then
had to throw it in.
And then they fucking car bomb Zuko, basically. And then,
True.
Yeah.
You think Zuko got, and everyone's like, "No, Zuko got." And then Iroh goes to Zhao. He's like, "I must avenge my son or my nephew, so I will join your crew and do this and make up for where I failed at Ba Sing Se,
Wow.
Did they say like Ba Sing Se was like 600 days or something?
That was a 600-day siege, and he failed.
Yeah.
Imagine being at war, just attacking a wall for 600 days.
It's like 2 years almost.
Yeah, Iroh's a savage, bro. He's built different.
Yeah.
He's got that Mamba mentality.
Facts.
Different side note once again, when you guys were talking about like Paku and Katara duking it out in the waterbending fight, this is the part where Paku throws some attack at Katara and she like dodges it or something, but it just smacks Sokka right in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, poor Sokka, always getting attacked on the side. Between that, the Zhang thing, the first episode when Sokka gets drenched.
Yeah. I can't believe Sokka didn't pick up on the signs in that episode, though. Like, he's like, "Oh, I want to be with you, but I can't be with you." He's like, "Oh, yeah, because I'm a peasant." It's like, bro, no, you dumbass. She's already betrothed. Think about it, you retard.
So to
Stupid
be
head.
fair, that's what I would think in his position too, though.
Oh, same. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I don't
technically,
know.
he's royalty of the South Pole, though.
Royalty of the
so?
South Pole.
I mean, technically.
By default.
By default,
To be fair,
yeah.
he did say that he was like, I'm sort of a prince back home.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, really?
And he's like, I'm kind of the shit back in my town, you know what I mean?
Of no dudes.
Hey, but that means he's got a bunch of bitches, though, you know what I mean? He's
Bro,
like,
he's the Fresh Prince.
Sokka will be like, I'll give them all my bitches for you.
he said, I might be the Fresh Prince, but I don't get open relationships.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, man. I just caught that, dog. Come on, dog.
Sorry.
We love you.
And then Aang starts trying to dolo like 20 fucking warships, but he's like, I can't do it, dolo. You know what I mean?
Oh, yep, they got there. Mm-hmm.
And then Sokka signs up for the war regime.
You gotta forget. You gotta forget. You gotta remember. This was after he kissed her, bro, on the mouth.
Yeah, the last episode. No, she kissed him on the mouth.
He did on the mouth.
Yeah, it was like, damn, bro. It's like, bitch, you're
Wait,
married, so don't touch me. Don't talk to me then. Like, come on, go to your mans.
Turns out her man's is awful.
Mans is a dickhead.
Arrogant.
Oh yeah, I forgot how fast they resolved the whole, no women can water bend thing, because like instantly after that he sees the necklace. He's like, oh my god, I made this necklace, and he's like, yeah, because my grandma didn't want to date your ugly ass bitch, because you're fucking bitch.
She flamed him back.
Because you're a buster ass trick, and he's like, I will teach you now because I learned my ways are bad.
Baby by Buster.
Baby by Buster from last episode. Buy that t-shirt soon. Baby by Buster t-shirt.
I'm sure this is trademarked, so this will not happen. But
Kanye can't trademark shit. I'll do Baby by Buster.
Buster Bronco.
Child by Buster.
Yeah, Child by Buster. Infant by Buster.
Infant by Buster.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, then that resumes, and then Sokka makes out with her. Then we find out Zuko's not dead. Oh my god, I totally did. What?
Iroh is playing double agent.
Iroh's like, oh man, dude, so good. I can't wait for that one part at the end of this episode. Yeah, or in the middle of this episode. But yeah, so then Aang's trying to fuck up the fire ships, can't do it. He comes back, he's like, dude, they're gonna be here. We can't stop them. You guys have to get your siege ready. I can't kill them all. They're gonna arrive here no matter what, right? It's like they just have too many fucking numbers for me to dolo them. And then he's like, all right. And so then they end up coming back after that, and then Sokka gets assigned to the war army, but he knows everything about the Fire Nation because he's fought them already, and they know nothing. So he's like, oh yeah, they don't wear that dog shit ass old ass armor that you guys have with the spikes and shit. That shit looks stupid. Like, they're more streamlined now.
Yeah.
And the old dude's like, that guy's like, haha, I am the best. I will defeat all of them.
The guy was like, we stole these from the Fire Nation. And Sokka goes, what, 100 years ago? He goes, 85. Nice, dude.
It was a clutch.
I'll say real quick, if you guys haven't noticed, it's only us three. Now we're having some technical difficulties with Austin. He may or may not be back real soon.
He's dead.
He may be dead.
Rip.
Anyway.
Fire Nation got him.
We heard the commotion.
Fire Nation got him. Dude.
Oh, actually, it was...
Comcast got him.
Oh, no. Who were we talking about earlier was going to come get us?
Dan Schneider? Dan Schneider got him.
Yeah, dude, Dan Schneider got him.
I know Kamaru Usman's coming from me, but...
Bro, Kamaru Usman's going to stomp the fuck into my feet.
I was going to say Iroh's coming for him for mispronouncing his name. But...
Yeah. Dude, Kamaru Usman's going to stomp the shit out of Austin's feet, dude. I promise.
Dan Schneider's hiring Kamaru Usman because Dan Schneider's got a thing for feet.
Damn,
so
they're tag teaming us.
Usman's going to stomp his feetsies so that Dan Schneider can enjoy him afterwards.
Oh my god. We're going to get tag teamed by Dan Schneider and Kamaru Usman.
How did this come about? I'm so sorry.
Okay, we digress. Oh jeez.
We
Um,
seem to get off topic a little bit.
It's more fun
Okay,
that way.
so extra note: the fire navy stopped their assault because Iroh Big Brain was like, "Hey, we probably shouldn't attack them at night. They get their power from the moon." He's like, "They're gonna wipe the floor with us."
Yep, and then
And
Zhao's
Zhao
like,
was like,
I got a
"Right,
plan.
I'll listen this time."
I got a plan for the moon, bitch. And Iroh's like, what do you mean, bro? He's like, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna take it.
My moon now.
My
Hey, no. He hit him with the groove. He said, "We're going to steal the moon." And Iroh was like, "You can't do that."
Yeah, dude.
Watch me.
And then Zuko's getting ready to leave on the boat. He's wearing his all white suit, and he's like, Zuko, be careful out there, please. Remember your fire breathing; it could save your life. He's like, I know, Uncle, I know. He's like, Zuko, please be careful. He's like, ever since I lost my son, and your father banished
You
me,
don't have to say it.
I've treated you like my own. And I'm just like, he's like,
Zuko was like, "No."
He's like, you don't have to say it, Uncle. I know. He's like, please be careful and come back alive. And I'm just like, Iroh, please, you're supposed to be a bad guy.
Yeah, facts. Don't make me catch feelings, sir.
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro.
That's gonna be Katara's job. Remember?
Oh, facts.
For Iroh,
right.
yeah, the Iroh
Powerful
Katara
bender.
marriage. What did you just say?
He said for a bender.
Oh, okay.
Dragon bender.
I thought. Oh my God.
Sorry.
I thought he said Eiffel bender for a second. I was like, whoa.
Eiffel bender. Whoa. Sir.
That's why I was like, what did you just say?
Sir.
Oh,
That was definitely
This
like
is a kid show, sir.
God damn it. That was definitely the best emotional scene though of the season, in my opinion, was Iroh to Zuko.
by far. Yeah.
And he's just like, he's like, you're my son because your father fucking hates you. His dad really sent him on a quest so he could never come back. Zuko got lucky that the Avatar reemerged. His dad knew the Avatar wasn't going to come back. Like, he sent him away to like kill
Fire Lord Ozai sent him to find the key to the batter's box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He said, go catch a leprechaun.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey, can you go find the bucket of curveballs for me?"
He's like, oh, well, he's never going to be back. Let's go, guys. Party!
Bro, he said, find a woman with a heart. Oh, well,
Damn.
that's never gonna happen. I'm playing.
We here at Binge Boys support women. We love the women. We will love our women.
I ain't gay.
We ever get one.
True.
Well,
Almost used my platform to say something crazy. Let me chill out. I'll talk to you guys about after the pod about what I was going to say. All right.
Okay. Final episode. We're on.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Not done yet. What you got?
Fucking Yuki Kabuki fucking takes them
Yue?
to the Yume. Yeah, that's her name.
Yue?
Yeah, Yue takes her. Yeah, Yue's Moon in Jap. I should know that. But yeah, so Yue takes Aang to the spirit world, and he goes in the spirit world again to go fucking get some help or whatever the fuck he was gonna go do. That's what he's going. He's gonna go get like power or something, right?
No, he was gonna go find the moon and ocean spirits.
For what?
Enlist their help, I guess.
Yes, he's gonna go get help, like I said.
Yeah,
and then right as soon as he goes in, my guy pulls up. My guy Zuko says, he says, yo, what up though? And he's like Katara. What he said something nasty to her. He said some flirty shit to her. He's like, oh, it looks like this kitten's got claws now or some shit like that. I forgot what he said exactly, but it was crazy. I was like, damn.
It was nasty.
Nasty man.
I was like, all right, Zuko. Let me see. I'm pulling it up. Yeah, he said something crazy to her. Oh, he said, I see you learned a new trick, but I didn't come this far to lose to you or something. I thought he said something nastier than that. But yeah, he said it was pretty nasty, bro.
He was giving her the eyes, though. He was giving her the eyes.
He was like, And so then they fight. Sakura washes him because... Katara washes him because... Katara washes him because he's fucking nighttime, and so he gets fucked up. And whatever, he gets like washed away in the ocean, and then Aang's just fucking gone.
Well, no, because then the sun comes up, and
he wins.
and Zuko is like, gain your power from the moon. I gain mine from the sun. Blah
Which
blah
is
blah.
fucking overpowered, by the way.
Yeah.
Fire blasts her into oblivion, bro. And she was like, ah! And so then he just steals Aang,
Yep.
and it was like, okay.
And then right after that, doesn't Zhao pull up like right after that?
Yeah.
No, that was in the next episode. That was
No,
in the
he,
last.
he
but
lands
it's-
right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like make land or whatever on Water Tribe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I was gonna say. I think the second episode is when he actually gets in there, but it's right after periodically. I think.
Yes.
And then Face Stealer Co or whatever. Is that the second episode or the first
The
episode?
face stealer. Yeah, that is second episode.
That is the second episode. Yeah, because that's when we see him in the spirit world.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude,
The
Zuko.
Face Stealer
Oh,
Co is the creepiest part of the entire series. I'm telling you right now.
it's so good. All the Spirit World stuff is so
Good.
cool.
Made a note about that. I said Aang in the spirit world always feels weird
It feels
because it's
dope.
just like it's just odd because it's that whole like out of body experience for him, kind of.
Yeah.
I said it feels a little weird. Like it's cool though. But I said Ko is terrifying.
Bro, he really just a high school girl though. He said, "I'm gonna put on a million faces."
Jesus, Eli.
Sorry, I'll stop.
And then Ko said, like, didn't he say like one of the avatars tried to kill me? And
Yeah.
Aang was like, why? He
It's
was
the
like,
last waterbender.
he's like, because I stole the face of the woman he loved. And I was like,
Yeah,
Ko, you're a nasty man.
nasty
He
dude.
almost showed the emotion too.
I know.
He almost got
And
hyped
then he
because he
looked
found out.
and was like, oh,
Yeah,
nothing.
he's like, "Oh wow, thanks."
And then Ko was like, I got you. He's like, you didn't get shit, bud. You didn't get shit. I'm cool. It was hilarious, dude.
Said thanks for the help.
All right,
The
so
Eeyore
then
right there.
the second episode. So this time the roles are reversed. And now instead of Zuko being knocked out, Aang's knocked out. Right? Zuko's talking to Aang in the fucking sea. Not the sea, you know what I mean. The fucking...
The cave.
Yeah. And Zuko says one of the most fire fucking lines of the series. Right? Oh, this is the best quote of the entire season so far. He said, my sister was, always the prodigy child and everyone loved her. My father says she was born lucky, and he said I was lucky to be born. I said,
Dude,
ugh.
that hit, yeah.
That was
I feel that
something
one.
else, dude.
I feel that one emotionally.
I was like, that's fucking crazy, bro. And
A little bit of the who.
I was like, damn, this is why I love Zuko. He's the GOAT. Goated. And it was just fantastic. And then the fucking Yume, Yue, Chue, Sue, Kue, Koe, Moe, fucking her husband finally got to Zhao, and Zhao literally just yeeted him off the boat.
Off the ship. Is
God,
he dead? Is he alive?
Yeah.
He pulled up. He said, "Look here, Commander." Or he said like Commander Shallon Showdown. I'm gonna beat your ass. And then he just fucking threw him off the boat.
He charged him. He was like, ah! And then he just got tossed off. He was like, whee!
It was light work.
Yeah, dude. And then Zhao got there, and
Got the moon. And Iroh was there too. He's like, whatever you do to that moon spirit, I will do to you tenfold. I was like, oh shit, Iroh's mean action right now. He's about that life.
Iroh bringing the otherworldly wisdom. This is where we start to see Iroh's character, and you just see Iroh just knows all these things, and you're like, how does Iroh know all these
Because
things?
they mentioned he's been to the spirit world already.
Yeah, they mentioned that once because back in the episode The Winter Solstice, part 1, when Aang is on Avatar Roku's dragon going to the lava or the volcano island or whatever, he's in the spirit world, but you can see Iroh sees them flying while he's captured by the Earth Kingdom guards or whatever. He sees the dragon fly by.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. I don't remember. Does Aang go back to his body before or after Zhao ends the moon spirit?
Because he gets there. Him and Iroh are there at the same time when he kills the spirit.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. Because his body goes back. He goes back. His body's gone, but he goes and finds his body. Zuko gets knocked out or something.
No, because Katara pulls
And then
up.
Aang. That's right. They were like, "Oh," Aang was like, "Oh, we can't leave him. Like he'll die." I was like, I mean, you could, but it's probably good that you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then he gets the fishy in the bag, and then the UA tells a story about fucking her was a child that she got bathed in the moon or whatever. And
Yep.
then Aang and them get there, and Aang's like, don't do it, Zhao. He's like, no, they don't know me as Zhao the Conqueror, Zhao the Marauder, Zhao the fucking Zhaolist. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Zhao. You fucking suck. Like, so then he's like, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, I'll hurt you tenfold. And I was like, God damn it, Iroh, you're so cool.
She was my uncle.
He's the GOAT. I wish I had someone with enough wisdom in their life as Iroh. And he's just like, I will kill you with tenfold. And then Zhao's like, fuck you. He puts the fishies back in there and then he just shoots him. And then the world just goes dark. Because before it was red for a little while. And then it just went gray. And when he does that, everything's like, no. And then Aang and them just jump him. And he gets fucked up. And then he runs away.
No, that's not even when. Yeah, Zhao gets out of there though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gets fucked up and then runs away. And then everyone's like, no, he wasn't ready. And then Zuko broke out and ran away as well because they had Zuko tied up. And then Iroh's like, no, the fish is dead. And Yume's like, well, I'll just give my life for it. And it's like, what?
Bro, you really hit him with the I know what I must do.
But hold on, before she said that, Aang hit him with the classic. He said, it's not over. Because I forgot who said it. Someone's like, it's all over. Then he goes, it's not over. And the classic Avatar line, it's not over. And it just goes Avatar spirit. He walks into the water. He turns to that big ass fish creature. He starts fucking shit.
Oh, that wasn't until after Yue gave her life up.
Was it? No.
That's how he had the power to do that.
No.
Well, that was the water fish, not the moonfish.
He combined with
not the
black
water
fish.
fish, the seas, the
ocean. I know.
Yeah,
he combined with that fish and became super god water fish.
Either way,
super big fishy thing.
No, I'm watching it right now. Yue's not dead yet.
Yes, okay. Oh, that was dope.
Yep, he turns to the big ass fish and fucks the whole Fire Nation Dolo.
Whole Navy, dude, just left and right, wombo combos.
And then Zuko pulls up on Zhao for the ones. He's like, we're not done yet, bro. We're gonna get this schmuck one way or another. And then he's like, no moon spirit, no firebenders get in my fucking way. I'm beating your ass this time. He's like, you trying to get me killed? And he's like, and Zuko comes in with the calmness and just whoops ass.
Yes, dude. Fast. What Aang did to the Fire Navy as the big fishy is basically what happened to Aldo last night.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Damn,
just got fucking beat down.
I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong though.
Yep, and then after, then Yue put the moon back in, and then Zuko and Zhao were finishing up their fight. It's fucking, and then Zhao just got
big
grabbed. Yeah, he just got grabbed by fish, and then fucking Zuko still tries to save Zhao, but Zhao like pulls his hand away. He's like, not by some peasant like you, and then just dies.
Oh, for real. My note was Zhao paid for his actions.
Yep, he got fucking drowned. And then that's pretty much book 2. And then Iroh grabs Zuko and he's like, Uncle, the Fire Nation will never accept us now. And then we get a little hint at the very end of Fire Lord Orzai. He's like, Azula, you must go destroy your traitorous brother. And then dun 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 dun.
I just want to throw in that I thought it was cool that Vince Staples made a song about Avatar, Big Fish.
Oh my god, bro! Come on, man.
Sorry.
You know how crazy it is to me? Like at the end, they're talking. I don't remember. I think it was Sokka was talking to the leader of the Northern Water Tribe, Yue's dad, and he was like, yeah, I knew this day was gonna come at some point. And you're just like,
I mean,
what?
I assume because she got saved by a miracle, so he knew somehow either he or her was gonna have to repay that miracle. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I knew something was gonna happen sooner or later.
Ending scene and Appa just pops up out of nowhere.
All right, so let me just ask. So we've wrapped up season 1.
Yep.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. Austin gave it like an 8.5 out of 10. Tristan gave it like an 8 out of 10, and you gave it like an 8 out of 10 too, Eli.
8.5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good season, and I think book 2, we're gonna come back and we're gonna see why I said this.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
would say,
I hope.
I feel like mine's higher than yours, Enrique. I feel like because I don't have a 2 or 3 to compare it to.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
why
what I'm
Reek's is as like, it's not that it's low, just even where it is. I think Reek has part of that just like comparison to, and that's like the same for me. Like, we're about to go to season 2. It doesn't spoil anything, but season 2 is my favorite personally.
Has a lot of interesting shit going down.
I'm
I
down.
think season 2 is the best for
You're fucking liar.
storyline stuff.
You're a liar. All right, so hold on. We'll handle that later because me and Tristan me and Tristan argue about this shit all the time about which book's better.
It's gonna be so good to talk about it though.
But we can't do it yet because they haven't seen it yet.
We can't. I know.
Yeah, but that will be at the end of the season 3 recap.
Yep. Okay, and so announcing this now on the podcast, the Boys season 2 has been announced for September 4th. So we will divert from our usually scheduled programming for 2 weeks and hit you guys with back-to-back Binge Boys episodes with the Boys season 1 and the Boys season 2 when that comes out. So look forward to that.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Have not seen it, so.
I have. I know Austin has,
Have not.
and Tristan has not. And none of us have seen season 2 yet because it's not out.
Say also one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning. Shout out to our homie Brian and his group BNH for the intro song today.
Yep. That intro song was made by BNH, Brian, and Hayden. It is fucking fantastic. It is exactly what we were looking for. If you need beats, you need introduction songs, you need an intro, contact us and we can get you in touch with them and they can help you out with that. Because they're friends of the pod. They're friends of the show. You know what I mean? They helped us out. So the only least we could do is help them out as well.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Season 1.
Fast.
Great.
I say, yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself. I said, speaking for Austin, since he's not, I'm sure he did too.
Yeah.
It sounded like he did. He seemed to be enjoying this.
Yeah.
Until his Wi-Fi.
First show he's enjoyed so far. First anything he's enjoyed so far.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah, first thing he's enjoyed so far. Eli, this is your first time. Are you hyped to get onto season 2?
Dude, I am excited, especially since I don't want to say like you guys are hyping it up, so I'm excited for that because I know it's always worse if you get it hyped up. But,
yeah.
I'm definitely hyped for it. It's one of those shows like it's not like I'm looking forward to the next episode because they lead into each other really because like each one kind of like wraps up, you know.
Yes.
It's not like a cliffhanger every single episode unless it's like a 2-parter.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm super looking forward to book 2, I guess. Book 2, episode 1. It's just that I'm very excited to watch that season in total. Yes.
Yeah, like how the plot moves forward in general.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. I enjoyed season 1. I liked it a lot. I'm ready to move on, and we'll see how that goes.
We kind of consensus though that we're gonna do seasons 2 and 3.
Oh, we don't even got to vote, do we?
I was the lowest one with the fucking 7. Do we even have to ask?
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's not a question. We're doing book 2 and 3, especially because we all enjoyed it, and I think it's a good discussion. We went for a good amount of time on this episode, even after we dropped Austin for because his internet.
Yeah.
And Schneider cut his internet before he got him.
Oh my god.
Dan Schneider.
I say shout out to Austin for being there for a decent amount of the podcast. We appreciate it.
Vast majority. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's good. Any other closing remarks, closing statements before we wrap up the show?
Fuck Usman.
Nice.
Sorry.
Just a reminder that we will be back next week with an episode of Binge Plus as we discuss the movie Zodiac.
Yes, sir.
Zodiac. And then after that, we'll be watching in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time from now, I guess, right? 3 weeks time, we'll be watching The Platform.
Oh, yes.
Platform will be the next Binge Plus episode after that.
3 weeks will be Platform. 2 weeks will be Book 2 Avatar. In case you guys were wondering.
Yeah, we've made it to episode 5, guys. 5 episodes, 5 weeks. Are you surprised?
I am. Just kidding.
We made it. We made it much further than I thought we were gonna make it.
I'm having a good time though.
So far, this is a great time.
We're just doing this for fun, but we appreciate whoever supports us.
Yeah,
so get in contact with us. We'll text.
Leave comments. Follow us on
We
social
definitely love our
medias.
groupies.
I'll say this carries over from last
Groupie or
week's
groupie?
conversation, but Tristan is still single, ladies.
And ready
Hit
to
him
mingle.
up.
Very much so.
Also, if we could get some fans so I could use this, so I can use my clout to get some bitches too.
No. We do not condone what this man just said.
Clout
Feel
is
free
a
to use our
powerful
clout.
drug.
Feel free to use our clout to recommend some shows and movies, though. We always appreciate it.
Yep, you know it. All right.
Dirty man.
Dirty mons. All right, boys. That's everything, right?
I believe so.
That has been this week of the Binge Boys podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Everywhere cool. We don't have a Snapchat, so don't try to fucking Snapchat us. You won't find us. Fuck.
Too ugly for Snapchat.
Individual social medias. You can find me at Rike.Barrera on Instagram. That's RIQUE.BARRERA on Instagram. You can find me at Enrique Megatron on Twitter. Tristan, where can they find you at?
You can find your boy at MixedInTraxwell on Twitter or on Instagram at T_J_Max.
So for me, just follow our Binge Boys, but you can always follow me at Eli_Van Allen at Instagram. Twitter is probably something near there too. So,
and Austin's Instagram is Austin David Carter. It's spelled exactly how it is because it's simple white names.
yeah.
So that has been this week of the Binge Boys. Catch us in 2 weeks for Avatar Book 2 Earth, and you can catch us next week talking about Zodiac. I have been Enrique.
I am Eli still.
I guess I've always been Tristan.
And thank you for watching this episode, and goodbye.